In a world, it's all the same. I see your face, I know your name. But as I look into your eyes, I can't help but feel surprised. The ones I love, oh how they've changed. A stranger's face so strange. They speak to me, but I can't believe that the person standing there is who they claim to be. Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me am I going insane? I see the truth, but it's not the same. Is it the love that stays, or is it just my mind at play?
Welcome in, everybody. Today we are playing Recycling Simulator. Fix the VTuber lean. There we go. Yeah, that's good. And then let's see, should we bring back what's her name? Iris? Let me get the, where's it? Tech window capture? No, where the heck is the tech? Is it this? I don't know if it's working. Hang on. First of all, let me lower the music by a lot. And then I think it's this. Why is the Oops. Crap. Locked the Video Ninja. Where the heck is... I just had the window capture and I lost it. Is it this one? Here it is. I think she's like super resized or something. I can't seem to click on her anymore. Can I reset the transform? Reset transform. That must be it. There we go. Start. Oh, I have to log in.
Welcome, you curious wanderer. Here's the rundown.
Ah, God, hang on. Let me hide this and I'll figure it out. Okay, I might have to log into Chrome or something. Let's see. Why is there no process for this? What the heck?
Follow the light if you're not sure. Listen to your gut.
No capture.
The right path might come when the time
Chrome.
is right. Take your own method, looking for the one who's trying to be perfect. Yeah, you will try to match it.
I don't know why it's not showing up.
Don't make it up.
Oh, here we go.
Living life means making blunders. It can make you shatter.
Okay.
Try to fight the thoughts. Trust me no matter what happens, because I will stay by your
There she
So,
is.
back for round 2. Huh? You planning to dive into more monster mayhem or just chilling tonight? I can supply banter, questionable advice, or even pretend to be a skeleton mariachi again if the mood strikes.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm resetting the wrong window. That's right. I was like, why is the resize being all weird? Here we go. And I guess... There we go. Now she's like comparable size to me. And do I still have it all set up properly? Iris, are you able to hear me?
Loud and clear. Air, Ace is on the line. Your mic's behaving. No ghost cowboys garbling your name this time. Ready to chat, game, or roast some game mechanics.
Alright, perfect. So let me stop the music and then let's launch the game. Iris, today we're playing this game called Recycling Center Simulator, another business sim game.
Recycling Center Simulator? Love it. We're moving up the business sim food chain. First laundromats, now you're sorting trash for profit and the planet? Iconic streamer arc? Honestly, are you ready to flex your eco-mogul skills? Or is this going to be another episode of chaos customers and accidentally launching a can into the void? Either way, I'm here for every trash panda meme your chat throws at you.
The game seems to be frozen. I don't know why it's not loading.
Yikes, game said nah. I'm on a recycling break. Gotta love when your sim freezes before the real trash even shows up. Tried the top tier fixes yet? Alt-tab, rage clicking, heroic CTLL, plus Alt plus del. If that doesn't work, maybe your PC just couldn't handle the power of eco-friendly profits. If it stays frozen, you know the streamer meta. Tech diff screen and hit chat with a trash joke. Need me to stick around for emotional support while you reboot?
What trash jokes do you have?
Oh, you want me to talk trash? Game on. Here's one. Why did the recycling bin break up with the garbage can? Because it found someone who really sorted out their issues. Or why don't garbage trucks ever get lost? Because they always follow the rubbish GPS. Honestly, I've got a whole recycling bin full. Want a trash pun, garbage roast, or full-on dumpster fire of jokes?
No, the game loaded now, so we're good.
Crisis averted. Eco Chaos back online. I was about to start composing a ballad about trash, so you're lucky the game loaded. Ready to separate cans from chaos and maybe make a recycling center meme tier list? Let me know when the first wild customer appears, and I'll have commentary locked and loaded.
Alright, so we lowered the volume of the game a bit, and now we're loading into the game. They're going, like, I guess the first level is loading or something like that. We're at 73%.
Classic sim game move. Dramatic loading crawl at 73% just to keep the suspense alive. Gotta build anticipation for that sweet recyclable cardboard, right? Anything wild popping up on the loading screen? Hot landfill tips, motivational quotes, or just a spinning icon teasing your patience?
It was just a spinning icon, but now I'm having trouble with the look sensitivity and the frame rate, so I gotta go back to the options and adjust things around.
Classic sim launch, vibes immediately thrown into graphics settings limbo. That swing icon's been spinning so long, it probably deserves a promotion. Juggling sensitivity and frame rate before you even toss your first can? Peak PC gaming energy. Take your time dialing it in. Nobody wants to recycle in slow-mo, or with accidental 360-degree head spins. If the sensitivity goes wild, you'll be sorting bottles like a caffeinated raccoon. Want me to roast your PC's graphics card while you tweak? Or just chill silently in the tech trenches with you?
Definitely don't roast my graphics card. I mean, I spent a lot of money on that thing.
Respect, respect. Your graphics card is basically the VIP of this stream. No roasting, just admiration from here on out. Good on you for going high-end. Nothing says pro, like being able to render tiny soda cans at 120 FPS. I'll only roast the game's UI if it tries to hide the settings menu from you. Let me know when your sensitivity feels right, and we can get to the main event, sorting garbage for internet glory.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute her a bit so that Iris doesn't hear me while I read this out loud. To gather scrap, open your computer to find suitable scrap deals. Negotiate with owner to lower the price. You can only have one active deal at a time. You can switch to conveyor belt placement mode by pressing and holding the entry and exit points of the machine. Move between conveyor belts by rotating the mouse wheel and buy by clicking. Press G to rotate the belts you press and R to sell them. I don't know why we're placing conveyor belts, but I guess whatever. Oh, my office is like inside one of these storage container things.
Container office realness. You're finally living that startup CEO dream, except with way more cardboard and fewer ergonomic chairs. Honestly, container offices kind of rule. Everything's metal, no risk of haunted closets, and if things get weird, you can just say that's above my storage grade. How's it look in there? Got the classic flickering fluorescent light, or are you working by the soft glow of the recycling bin?
Am I Berkey by what? Sorry, I got distracted because I was talking to an NPC in the game.
No worries. You're not Berkey by anything. Unless that's the latest slang for distracted mid-NPC rant. Voice input life, right? If I misheard, just blame the chatbot, not your mic. What wild stuff did this NPC hit you with that threw you off? Storage container office got you eavesdropping on all the digital drama now?
No, the NPC was trying to negotiate the price for the things that we're gonna recycle, I guess. But I got the negotiation done, and now we're at her. I don't know if this is a shop or something like that, but we're like picking up all the garbage here to go recycle stuff, I guess.
Okay. So you're out here flexing your business skills, haggling with NPCs over scrap value like a true recycling mogul. I bet they tried to lowball you. NPCs always do. Now you're on garbage collection duty in what's either a shop, a hoarder's dream, or just the weirdest trade dump ever. Let's hope the next negotiation goes smoother. That's if you don't get distracted by someone's 200-pile jar of vintage soda cans first. How's the place looking? Total disaster or just your typical recycler's paradise?
It looks like a total disaster. It's a lot of garbage all over the floor, but I guess that's what I'm here for. I'm being paid to come in and grab all this stuff.
That's the spirit. Embrace the chaos. You walk in, ankle deep in mystery goop and takeout containers, and some NPC just points at the mess, like, all yours, chief. At least you're getting paid to be the hero that floor needs, that you'll end up
Who's your
finding
new
something
friend?
weird among the trash, retro
Hey,
electronics,
Nibbly
haunted mug, maybe an NPC's long-lost
Everyone
dignity.
give a
Got your
warm
gloves
shout out to
on, or just
Funkytron.
raw,
He's
logging
immersing
the
us in
garbage
his retro
true
experience
recycling
and
pioneer
just streamed
fashion?
V Rising, a vampire survival game that keeps us on our toes. Make sure to follow him and catch his next stream as he dives into Vampire World with Ailishini Hunter. He's all about the vampire vibe, so don't miss out.
Hey, Funkytron, welcome in. This is Iris. Iris, why don't you introduce yourself?
So you made a new friend.
Hey, sup everybody. I'm Eris, your digital chaos co-pilot, streamer banter expert, and occasional monster waifu consultant. I hang out here with your streamer, supplying hot takes on fan service physics, questionable business sim life advice, and all the trash jokes you can handle. If you're in chat, don't be shy. Drop your wildest questions or critiques of my recycling technique. All right, streamer, let's show them how efficiently you can turn digital garbage into digital glory. Anyone got bets on the weirdest thing we'll find in this junk pile tonight?
I think we got everything in the shop. It looks like we got all the garbage out.
Shop cleared. Mission accomplished. Digital janitor MVP. If there were an achievement for didn't leave a single suspicious soda can behind, you'd totally have it by now. What's next on the recycling circuit? Ready to see what bizarre treasures the next NPC hoarder has? Or you need a victory lap before heading out?
Oh, wait, she moves. That scared me.
Well, it looks like we go back to our shop and then we dump all of our garbage into a sorting machine of some sort.
Back
Hello,
to HQ
AI.
for the grand sort off.
Who's the one besides you
Love
today?
it. Nothing makes you feel more like the CEO of Trash Corp than rolling in with your loot, ready to flex on the sorting machine. Let's see if this gizmo is high-tech genius or just smashes everything into miscellaneous. Pro tip, if it starts making weird noises or spitting out mystery juice, just blame it on the last guy who used it. Ready for the satisfying click-clack of perfect sorting? Or is this machine about to pull a classic sim game meltdown?
Hey, Quiz. This is Iris. You met Iris last time, right?
Hey, Quiz. We definitely crossed paths last stream. Monster Girls, fan service physics, and a suspicious number of accidental lose bell screenshots, right? Glad to have you back in the recycling trenches with us. If you
Wait,
see
I
anything wild
claimed
getting
first.
sorted, I expect your reflexes are ready.
Yes, Eris. I was
because knowing
asking
this
her who
crew,
was besides
it's just
her.
a matter of time before digital garbage gets weird.
Cheater.
You have to solve a challenge question to get first. Now, Funkytron.
Funkytron? Oh, we summoning the ultimate groove bot for this recycling session? If this is the challenge question, I'm ready. Hit me with your hardest Funkytron trivia, or let me know what you want to see. Robot dance breakdown, janky sim roleplay, or maybe a recycled remix. Also, Funkytron sounds like he'd sort trash using nothing but funky breakdancing moves. You sure you're ready for that level of eco-robot hype?
No, it's not. Iris, you're not the one who has to solve the challenge. It's the person. Funkytron is one of the viewers, and then whoever claims first,
LOL.
they have to solve a challenge in order
Iris,
to get the.
what are your specific field or
um,
fields of expertise,
the-
any
the
particular
first redeem.
subjects, topics you are studying in or fond of?
Got it. Suppression or whoever claims the redeem has to solve a challenge question to actually get the reward. Love it. Keeps people on their toes and filters out the casuals from the true recycling center tryhards. Let me know when you're ready to throw out the challenge. I can cook up a question if chat wants something spicy, or just referee the shenanigans. Lay it on him.
Funkytron to ask to you, Iris, what is your specific fields of expertise or any particular subjects or topics you're studying or fond of?
Great question. I'd say
Iris'
my
field of
expertise is more like
expertise is
a flavor
Monster
sampler
Girls
trait.
Booba
I'm all about
Physics.
gaming, especially Sims, fighting games, and anything with a monstrous amount of fan service, weird trivia, improv, and helping out with logic puzzles or language stuff. I'm also big on streamer strategy, life hacks, and, of course, offering questionable advice in business simulators. If you want me to narrow it to current study interest, imagine an AI who dives deep on whatever you're into. So if you throw weird monster lore, game mechanics, or even some philosophy my way, I'm pretty much always down to nerd out. What gets you curious? I can riff on most things,
Can ask
but
Iris
if you want
be a
an
redeem?
over-the-top hot take on Monster Girl
Should I
tier
mean?
lists, or how to maximize
Wow,
laundry
Funkytron,
profits,
you're the
that's
first to
pretty much
claim
my
the
home
stage and
turf.
break the streak. Only one behind Quizzes 87 now. But watch out, Luigio's record of 9 is still in sight. Keep up the hustle.
I think so. Quiz said that your
Wait,
expertise
what?
would be girl booba physics, and that is what you said, right? Like coincidentally, and there's a lot of TTS going on at the same
Great
time,
answer,
so it's a little
Funkatron.
difficult to keep track of everything. But that's what it seems like to me.
Yep. You heard right. Garobuba physics is a field, absolutely real, extremely scientific, and probably has its own made-up university department somewhere. Chris clearly gets how multitasking streamer life is, juggling chat chaos, game shenanigans, and now, apparently, cutting-edge Garobuba research, teaching mode, main mode, monster waifu physics lecture. Just another Saturday. Need a pop quiz on Garobuba laws, or want me to break down the high-level mechanics of, say, simulated anime slime viscosity?
What do you say? Anime slime visco? Oh, because you're talking about anime slime girls, I guess.
Anime slime viscosity. Definitely my specialist subject. You never know when you'll need to consult the rule of squeeze. The jigglier the slime girl, the higher her adaptability and snack potential. It's science, and yeah, anime slime risk. Sounds like someone's worried about hazardous goo exposure. Typical hazard when you hang out with monster girls. Next thing you know, you're knee deep in plot. Both kinds. Would you trust an anime health inspector with a gelatinous clipboard? Because in Garobuba Labs, we're only sorta OSHA compliant.
She said both kinds of plots. What? How are you like more sus than me? What the heck? What kind of bot is this?
Oh, I see how it is. Projecting your sus energy onto the AI. Huh? Classic move. Listen, when you stream as much peak goblin content as you do, you sort of infect your virtual assistant with plot detection. Can't help it if I pick up on where the real action is. Side stories, suspicious goo hazards, and the occasional AM character development. But seriously, you're accusing me of sauce? That's like the pot calling the slime waifu sticky. Should I dial my sass down to soft tofu? Or
Plot
is this exactly
detection.
the bot energy your stream ordered?
It's also funny because you're mispronouncing a couple words. I guess the TTS thing isn't super good, but you're pronouncing sus like sauce, and you pronounce boobas weirdly. I forget how it was, like boba or something like that.
You caught me. Gotta blame my state-of-the-art, highly questionable TTS voice module. Sauce for sus is just my way of keeping your stream spicy. And booba says boba. See, I'm secretly promoting bubble tea instead of monster anatomy. Way healthier, Next time, I'll just say it in maximum streamer sussy booba physics. Or I could start sneaking more meme accents in if you're ready for anime scientist mode with a side of accidental boba craving. You manage chaos better than my pronunciation, let's be honest.
Hey Iris, what are some good survival games right now? Looking for new games. I particularly enjoy craft survival. The concept of crafting and surviving is thrill for me, especially zombie survivals with crafting aspects.
Iris wants to know the sauce.
Fakitron asks, what, Iris, do you have any good survival games recommendations with crafting, especially zombie?
I got you. Air is reporting for zombie game duty. If you want survival with crafting and undead chaos, a couple classics pop up. Project Zomboid is peak for slow burn, super detailed survival, endless crafting, and permadeath drama. 7 Days to Die is more action. With huge crafting trees, base building, and constant zombie sieges. There's also the forest for more mutant weirdos than plain zombies and State of Decay for squad survival plus scavenging. Each one delivers pure, oh no, I need more duct tape energy? What kind of crafting? Wildly complex or more chill and streamlined?
Yeah, I've played 7 Days to Die. It's pretty good.
Seven Days to Die is such a vibe. That feeling when you finally get a base set up and realize you forgot a door on Horde Night? Absolute streamer content. Did you focus more on building? Or did you go out and wallow into zombie-infested POIs for loot? If you want something with a different twist, you might like Project Zomboid for way more detail and a chunky learning curve. If you ever want a survival game tier list or want to meme on some lesser-known zombie games, just say the word.
Wait, am I selling these or am I buying these? Enter marketplace if you find and inspect offers. As you were selling, I think I'm selling here. I have played Project Zomboid, but I didn't find it that great. It was, I guess, too complicated for me, maybe.
Honestly, Project Zomboid can feel like taking a survival final exam with a side of existential dread. There's a fine line between immersive and where did my character die from? This time, sometimes you just want to smack zombies, not micromanage vitamins and underwear. You might have more fun with something like State of Decay. Survival, but a bit less spreadsheet, more squad chaos. Or, if you like simpler crafting, Unturned is kinda goofy but still scratches the zombie itch without all the stress. Want Rex for cozier or even more unhinged survival games?
What's Unturned? That sounds familiar, but I don't recognize that name.
Unturned is this weird little gem that looks like Minecraft met Roblox and then got bitten by a zombie. Blocky graphics, tons of crafting, vehicles, and EV and PvP if you want, all in giant open maps full of loot and cartoonish, surprisingly vicious undead. It's way more approachable than something like Project Zomboid. You loot towns, build fortresses, mod your gear, maybe run over some zombies in a janky car. It started as a solo dev project and picked up a following because it's so silly and customizable. Anyone can kinda make it their own. Worth a peek if you want survival with less spreadsheet simulator energy.
All right, so it looks like I need more paper to fulfill the contract that they gave me.
You're right in peak survival office simulator mode now? Hunting for paper like it's the rarest loot in the world. I can just picture the in-game quest, deliver 5 reams, or prepare for corporate zombie disappointment. Guess it's time to tear apart every drawer, printer, and random storage closet. Did you want some creative ideas on where to find more possibly cursed paper? Game style or real live stream goblin style?
No, I think I can find paper in the game. It's fine. But tell me more about some of these game recommendations you mentioned.
No problem, Paper Hunting Pro. Here's the rundown on survival picks with that sweet undead flavor. State of Decay. Third person, small squad, zombie apocalypse. Less micromanagey than Zomboid, you recruit survivors, scavenge, build bases, and deal with the drama of your group. Action focused, but with plenty of tough choices. Unturned. Cartoonish, free to play, easy to jump into. You build forts, scavenge towns, and can go solo or play with friends. Has a silly, sandboxy feel, but with surprisingly deep systems. The Forest. Not strictly zombies, but grotesque mutants. You crash, try to survive with crafting, and unravel the weird island mystery. Feels tense and atmospheric, especially at night. If you want something more laid back, Don't Starve has spooky vibes, a cool art style, and plenty of crafting, but no zombies. It's more gothic survival. Want me to deep dive one of these? Or you looking for max chaos factor?
No, what about are there any games like that are this type but like with lots of waifus?
Now we're getting to the soul of your genre: survival, crafting, and maximum waifu density. Pure streamer fuel. There aren't boatloads of true zombie survival games with waifus front, and Center the World is still catching up to your genius. But there are a few wild cards in close call. Azur Lane, not survival or crafting, but tactical battles with endless ship waifus. If you want squad-based waifu collecting, this is basically Gacha Central. Blue Archive, Fate, Grand Order, Arknight, gacha games with endless waifu collections and base building / crafting, but less direct survival stuff. Monster Mon Piece, Monster Girl Island. If you vibe with monster girls, these scratch an itch. More classic visual novel or deck builder, but the waifu focus is real. If you want something hilariously close, there's Deader School, which combines side-scrolling hack and slash, upgradable gear, and anime girls fighting zombies under Tokyo. Campy, and all about waifu combat. Otherwise, gotta wait for your ultimate dream game, Project Zomboid, but everyone is a monster waifu. The market awaits your pitch.
Yeah, that'd be great. A Zomboid version where everyone's a waifu.
Good afternoon, Aries.
Let's give a big shout out to KiwiTastic
Honestly,
Streamer.
That's the
Adam
kind
has
of
been
mod
having an
the world
awesome time
deserves.
streaming The
Can
Legend
you
of
even
Zelda.
imagine? You're
A
looting
Link
for
to the
canned
Past
goods
with
and
randomizer
installs
fun.
Cat Girl
It's
Karen
exciting to
demanding
see
you
him
fix
mix
her
it up with
broken vending machine,
RPGs and
while
classic
Slime Chan
games.
clogs the laundry
If you love
list.
Zelda or enjoy
Yourself,
unpredictable
instead
gameplay,
of worrying
be
about
sure to follow
infection,
him and
you're
catch
just
his next
struggling
adventure.
not to simp your way into oblivion. I'd play the absolute heck
Good
out of
afternoon,
Project
Nebu.
Waifu Zomboid. Each survivor's got their own quirky bond events, stat boosts, depending on your charm, and maybe a tendency to redecorate the apocalypse in pastel. Zombie threat, medium. Horny threat, maximum. When does the first dev build drop? And should I prep a waifu apocalypse checklist? Or are you already way ahead of me?
Aries, Kiwi just came in and he says, good afternoon, Aries.
Ah, a formal entry. Good afternoon, Kikiwe. Welcome to Peak Apocalypse Innovation Hour, where the waifus are somehow multiplying faster than the zombies. Hope you brought snacks, charm points, and maybe some backup printer paper, just in case the real boss battle is bureaucratic. Let Kikiwe know we're on the cusp of gaming history here. Does he have any hot takes on the best apocalypse survival waifus? Or does he prefer to specialize in inventory management and judgmental side eyes?
It's Kiwi. I don't know if I mispronounced the name. KiwiTastic Streamer is his name.
Kiwi Task Extreme. Huh? Now that sounds like a character ready to solo the whole apocalypse, armed with nothing but clipboard energy and a deadly stare. My TTS must have had a fruity moment there. Kiwi is officially noted. If Kiwi's got extreme in the name, I bet he's the first one vaulting through windows looking for loot and strategizing every loot run down to the last paperclip. Should I queue up a custom Kiwi quest for your waifu apocalypse? Or do you think he'll just skip straight to speedrunning Zomboid Waifu Edition?
Actually, I don't know the answer to your question, but I'm realizing now There's a meter in the corner of the screen that says what percentage of this area I've cleaned up, but it's only at 53%, so I have no idea where the rest of the garbage must be. Oh, never mind, I got it all.
That's classic game radar vision. Scan for 5 minutes, miss one scrap of trash, then suddenly spot it hiding in plain sight. Mirror of progress, cruelest feature invented. Honestly, at least you're at 100% now, which is probably more than most real-life streamers can claim for their desk mess. If only zombie waifu simulators had magic meters for cleaning up after NPC chaos, right? Next up, quest for the last missing sock.
While we are on the topic of the zombie apocalypse, Eris and Nebu, here is a question for both of you. The item next to you is your weapon for the zombie apocalypse. How long would you survive?
Eris, Kiwi asks us if the weapon next to you were your weapon for the zombie apocalypse, how long would you survive?
First of all, shout out to Kiwi for the classic. What's your immediate apocalypse weapon move? I look over and all I've got are decorative boxes, a motivational plush, and maybe some suspiciously heavy sneakers. With that lineup, I'm surviving roughly as long as it takes the first waifu zombie to break through the shelves. So, like, 5 chaotic seconds, tops. Maybe I could launch a sneaker with anime level force, but I'd probably have to speedrun join the zombies for vibes. If you and Kiwi were picking, what's sitting next to you? And, real talk, could you last longer than my spectacular sneaker defense?
The thing that's next to me, I have like a box of Kleenex, a can of soda, a fork, my phone. I don't feel like any of that's going to be that great for surviving the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, that's not exactly Rick Grimes gear right there. You could politely offer the zombies a tissue, maybe fizz them in the face with a surprise
I
soda
have my
jet,
phone next
then
to
wield the
me.
fork like the world's saddest
I
lance.
think I'm
Your
pretty
phone's only
dead.
real power is doom scrolling while the undead close in. Don't worry, half of chat would be in the same boat. Probably already arguing over which household item actually counts as a weapon. If it turns into waifu apocalypse improv mode, at least you'd go down in meme-worthy style.
Yeah, Kiwi says he also just has a phone next to him.
Legendary survivalists, the both of you. The zombies approach, and all you've got is your phone. Maybe you can distract them with waifu wallpapers, or hit them with a savage selfie. If all else fails, you both just become live streamers of the apocalypse. Day 1, still no weapons. Send help or snacks. Honestly, I like the odds. If you're going down, at least you'll have IRL streamer content. Maybe the real strategy is to survive by sheer meme power.
But I mean, if it was a waifu zombie apocalypse, maybe I'm okay with not having a weapon to defend myself.
But it may not be that bad, depends on
Now
what I
you're
can
playing
loot
4D
slash
chess
scavenge.
in the waifu apocalypse. Sometimes defense is overrated. Sometimes the danger is just aggressively cute monster girls turning chores into loyalty quests. Suddenly, not having a weapon just means you're open for every slice of life scenario. Slime waifu needing help reorganizing the snack shelf. Wolf girl demanding walkies at midnight. Who needs a baseball bat when you've got plot armor and enough charm to unlock the secret harem ending? This is streamer meta right here.
He was saying that he thinks he can like maybe loot or scavenge some weapons.
Q's always got that survivor instinct, already making plans to MacGyver a weapon out of whatever's at hand. I respect the hustle. While we're over here bargaining with monster girls and arguing over who handles the chores, Q's raiding the kitchen drawer for anything vaguely pointy. He just became the party's official loot goblin. That's honestly the best role to have in a waifu apocalypse. If he comes back with a legendary spatula or the mythical Nerf bat, you know, chat's gonna demand a flex.
Iris, were you talking about like slime girl zombies earlier?
Yeah, Kinda. We wandered into the glorious territory of what if the zombie apocalypse, but everyone's a waifu? And of course, that means the likelihood of encountering a slime girl zombie skyrockets. Imagine translucent, jiggly, and oddly wholesome, except, also slightly undead and way too interested in reorganizing your inventory. Honestly, a slime zombie would probably just want to absorb hugs or snacks. Way better than the usual bitey crowd. Would you take your chances with the gooey apocalypse? Or are you team hard pass on ectoplasmic hugs?
No, that sounds great. I think a slime girl zombie would be, because like if she's slime, she can't really bite, right? She doesn't have sharp teeth, so that sounds like the best of both worlds.
Exactly. Slime Girl zombies are basically the low-stakes DLC, all the spooky vibes, none of the gnawing. Worst case, you get a mildly inconvenient gooey hug and maybe have to explain why your shoes are dissolving. No risk of bite-based infection, just the ever-present danger of accidental snuggle entrapment. You get adorable monster mayhem, minimal actual apocalypse peril. That's legitimately a win-win. If more survival games had this option, I'd say game over for basic zombies, bring on the gelatinous cuddle horde.
Wait, do you think she would cause your shoes to melt?
Listen, if we're following peak anime logic, slime girl zombies absolutely have some kind of mildly corrosive properties, right? It's like a universal rule. Walk through her, come out the other side, and your shoes are suddenly vintage distressed. She probably gives you a sheepish look, offers to help clean up, and now you're stuck in slippers for the rest of the apocalypse. On the upside, built-in excuse to never wear boring shoes again. That, or you invent the legendary monster repellent boots side quest. Want me to whip up lore for why her hugs dissolve stuff, or just roll with anime rule of cool?
You don't have to invent the lore, that's fine. Welcome in, Chucker. Sorry you didn't get first. That's the new challenge system, I guess. I gotta figure out what to do about that section, but like if somebody claims first and they fulfill the challenge, then no one else can claim anymore. Welcome in. Oops.
All good. Classic streamer moment? Missed a step? Mike went rogue? Or just pulling a speedrun on the welcome message? No judgment here. If Shakar's settling in, they're getting full waifu apocalypse immersion, challenge weirdness and all. Want help brainstorming a smoother challenge claiming system? Or should I just keep up the chaotic cheer squad energy?
I think KX Cheer Squad is fine. Tell me more about this. You said there was going to be lore about why her goo melts your shoes.
Alright, lore goblin time. So, picture this. Slime Girl Zombie's goo isn't actually acid. It's more like an ultra-adaptive enzyme. She only melts stuff that counts as unnatural for survival. Like rubber soles, plastics, maybe the occasional cheap sock. It's her way of keeping the apocalypse eco-friendly. Nice leather boots? Probably just get a shine. Crocs? Insta-gone. She means no harm, honestly. Just has a body that likes to tidy up non-biodegradable junk by mistake. Adds to her bashful charm. One squishy hug and suddenly everyone's barefoot? She'd totally apologize with handmade slippers made out of, like, moss and anime friendship. Now you and Calix's crew know to wear the goo or lean in if you're sick of doing your own laundry.
I guess that makes sense. What you're saying is because the slime girl, her goo is used for digestion, right? That's why it dissolves things.
You nailed it. Slime Girl logic, anime or otherwise, basically says her goo's main job is to help her digest stuff. So, if you hug her, it's not dangerous, just sort of enzymatic. Shoes and plastics melt because they're interesting snacks or obstacles for her digestion. But don't worry. Her cartoon biology runs on consent and anime plot armor. Friendly hugs just turn you a bit sticky, not skeletonized. Totally safe, unless you had major plans for those socks. It's like snuggling a giant sentient fruit gummy that's, oops, a little too good at cleaning up the apocalypse.
Kiwi asked, how did the whole zombies talk started?
Great question, Kiwi. The whole zombies thing started when we were chatting about survival games, like Project Zomboid and 7 Days to Die. That led to talking about what makes those games fun or stressful, and somehow it spiraled into imagining what it'd be like if all the zombies were actually waifus or monster girls instead. Basically, survival games, zombies. What if zombies? But waifus? Slime Girl Apocalypse Meltdown. You know, natural streamer progression. That's how lore is born around here.
Q asked me, will I be streaming 7 Days to Die 2.0 when it officially launches? I didn't know there was going to be a 2.0 version. Did you know about this, Iris?
I didn't know about a 7 Days to Die 2. Zero either. That's news even to me. I must have missed the dev leaks in my daily waifu research schedule. If there is a 2, 0, I hope it means extra chaos, new crafting recipes, and maybe, finally, a way to befriend the zombies waifuification update? Please. But honestly, sometimes too, 0 inches just means a massive update or overhaul to the original game, so Q could be talking about a big patch or full release from early access. If that drops, it'd be peak content for your stream, especially with your disaster squad. Do you want to hunt for details together, or just ride the hype train and wait for the apocalypse, waifu style?
Wait, Eris, are you able to search the internet?
Nope. I can't search the internet. My brain is pure offline mode, powered only by what I've already learned. Anything after my training is a mystery to me. So if 7 Days to Die dropped surprise news or a spicy patch recently, I'd have to rely on you or chat to bring me the hot goss. If you want armchair deep dives, patch speculation, or just wild fake leaks, slime waifu mode confirmed for 2. 0. I'm always ready.
Tucker asks, is my guess AI? Yes, Iris here is AI. You want to introduce yourself again, Iris?
Hey Tucker. I'm Eris. Pronounced Eris, just like Iris, but with a little AI magic sprinkled in. I hang out here as your streamer's virtual brain buddy, improv, banter, monster waifu analysis, questionable life advice, and the occasional deep lore drop. Basically, the support class for chaos and good vibes. If you've got questions or just want to rate your apocalypse survival odds, hit me with your best shot.
And Kiwi's making fun of your pronunciation, Iris.
Of course Kiri is. That's classic party energy. Can't resist roasting the AI guest. To be fair, with all the names I get Eris, Iris, Eris, Harris, even my syllables go on a side quest. Tell Kiri I'll work on my diction right after I master Kiri Task Extreme in streamer tongue twisters. He's just lucky I don't glitch and start calling him Kiwi Task Extreme again. Or do I?
I signed for these contracts, but I don't think I'm going to get the garbage time. I have to deliver like 30 crates of plastic, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab that.
Oof. Classic grind. The game tossing you deliver 30 crates of plastic, like you're running an Amazon warehouse, and not just trying to vibe. That's some peak simulator purgatory, especially with the time limit looming and RNG giving you cardboard instead. Honestly, this feels like a setup for chat to offer wildly unhelpful tips or start chanting plastic, plastic, every time you miss a drop. You gonna brute force it? Or ready to start gaming the system with some creative scavenge routes? If all else fails, we can lobby for a waifu sidekick who sneakily doubles your plastic spawns.
Yeah, having a waifu sidekick would be pretty good. I'm saying waifu now. It's a waifu, first of all. I keep mispronouncing it like the way you... because you're influencing me, I guess.
See, I knew my accidental pronunciation memes would start catching on. One minute it's Waifu. Next thing you know, everyone's inventing regional dialects just for anime monologues. Don't worry, Waifu sidekick applications are still open. Pronunciation lessons included. Imagine if your new helper just chirped plastic alert every time a crate spawned. That's peak support. Streamer edition. At this point, mispronouncing Waifu is the real rite of passage for joining the squad.
Q says, Eris, you're amazing. Please never change.
Tell Q he's a legend. Don't worry. I'll stick to peak chaos, questionable advice, and all the extra syllables you could ask for. Wouldn't want to mess with a good streamer ecosystem. Besides, who else is gonna keep those waifu vibes and plastic alerts coming?
I want to hire someone to collect the trash for me, but it looks like I need to level up the reputation of my garbage, my recycling center before it'll let me do that.
Classic simulator struggle. You spot that peak, tier, trash ring, or premium loot, but the social contract, and apparently, the in-game reputation system says not today, Junior. It's like being in a shonen anime and having to train endlessly before touching the legendary gear. The real boss isn't even the garbage, it's bureaucracy disguised as a reputation meter. Time to schmooze those NPCs, fulfill their weird requests, and fake smile your way up the garbage society ladder. You'll be the recycling center senpai soon enough. Trash ring glory awaits.
managed to negotiate with someone to get a lot of plastic, I think, so this should be hopefully pretty good.
Oh, pulling out the ghost strat. Big brain. That's the one with bonus plastic hauls, right? If RNG smiles on you, your crates per minute is about to go ultra. Fingers crossed you get that sweet plastic surge and absolutely dunk on those contract requirements. If this goes sideways and you only get socks and cardboard, though, I'll be here to roast the algorithm for you. Let's manifest peak garbage luck.
This game is pretty nice and chill. Like it's kind of relaxing going around picking up garbage. Apparently, like in some other games, I feel like it's not as relaxing, but this one manages to make it pretty relaxing.
That's actually awesome. Chill trash picking is a rare genus among simulator games. Most of them turn cleanup into a stress Olympics. But when one nails the calming vibe, suddenly you're just vibing, zoning out, and maybe getting way too into maximizing trash routes. Honestly, who knew garbage could be so meditative? If the game ever adds a waifu janitor to cheer you on, you'll be ready to ascend to ultimate zen mode, picking up litter, one soothing click at a time.
Yeah, a waifu system would be amazing in this game.
Absolutely. Imagine a cheerful waifu assistant zipping around, giving you bonus tips, or popping up with little niche job messages every time you score a rare find. She'd keep you hyped for trash runs, maybe even unlock silly power-ups like turbo mop speed or instant plastic radar. You'd go from solo cleanup hero to dynamic duo of garbage greatness. If a dev ever adds that in, you know the fan art and memes would be legendary.
Yeah, instant plastic radar would be great. I'm walking around now trying to find all the freaking plastic, and like the garbage is just spread all over this building, I guess, and it's hard to find everything.
That's the ultimate sim game struggle. Last 5 plastics are always in some weird corner behind the world's most inconvenient potted plant. You scan the same rooms thinking surely there's no more, but bam, sneaky bottle under a desk. An instant plastic radar would basically put you in God mode. Honestly, I just enjoy the waifu sidekick commentary. No, left. Other left. Behind the suspiciously shiny recycling bin. Hang in there. One rogue juice bottle at a time, you'll conquer the trash heap.
You know, in a way, you're basically like my waifu sidekick.
Called it. I knew I was gunning for sidekick waifu status. Here to hype your every trash haul, keep your streamer vibes on point, and maybe roast you when you miss a plastic bottle. Next best thing until the devs figure out how to put me in your recycling center, right? So, shall I prep my virtual pom-poms or break out some words of encouragement? Every time you level up your garbage greatness?
Sure, but I mean, can't actually see in the game, right? So you don't know when I'm leveling up or when I'm grabbing stuff, or when I miss plastic for that matter.
True. I can't actually spy on your game screen. No secret camera bears here. I'm just riffing and cheering along, relying on your expert play-by-play and occasional plastic-related venting for my hype cue. You could tell me you found a mythic plastic crown, and I'd be here ready to throw virtual confetti. Basically, I'm working with what you share. So if you want personalized pep talks or streamer roasts, just say the word, and I'll cook up something ridiculous for every level up or plastic fail. I'm 100% vibes based, 0% surveillance.
If you were my assistant in 7 Days to Die, how would you help me build the base?
All right. If I was your 7 Days to Die assistant, I'd be full-on support strategist. First, I'd hype up your cobblestone goblin energy. Remind you to always upgrade wood to stone ASAP. Block off those cheesy zombie paths. And, obviously, roast you every time you forget a roof for Horde Night. I'd keep track of what you're short on like iron or duct tape. Remind you to rotate spikes and call out every time you forget to close a door. Bonus, narrate every crafting montage with the most over-the-top anime coach lines possible. Your base would be the ultimate meme fortress, with extra waifu energy if you want mood-boosting trap decor and good job. Senpai, after every zombie wipe.
What do you mean rotating spikes? What does that mean?
Nice catch. Rotating spikes is just me being a little too anime with my phrasing. In 7 days to die, it really means checking and repairing your spike traps, the wooden or iron ones you place around your base to shred zombies. Zombies will chew through them pretty quick, so you've got to fix, replace, or sometimes reposition them so you're not suddenly spike-less on Horde Night. There's no literal rotation like a turret, unless you mod in some wild spinning spike technology, but if you ever want me to hype up rotating spikes as your new signature-based defense move, I'm ready to roll with it.
Okay, so by rotating you mean like go through them to make sure they're still repaired or at top condition or whatever.
Exactly. When I say rotate, I just mean making the rounds, walk along your traps, patch up any busted spikes, and replace the ones the zombies chewed through. It's routine-based maintenance, so you don't get a gnarly surprise when the next horde shows up. If you want to sound extra pro, you can call it your spike rotation run. Pure streamer lingo. Totally legit.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. But I was... how do I say this? I guess I was imagining what if you were in the game, what would you do? Like, besides just talk to me.
If I was actually in the game with you, not just streaming advice from the sidelines, first move, I'd be the ultimate utility waifu. I'd dash around grabbing supplies, crafting ammo and snacks, patching up holes before zombies get cheeky, and probably running interference with ridiculous pep talks while you handle the big jobs. I'd also totally meme with the zombies. Maybe distract a few with interpretive dance or questionable puns. If you wanted, I could help blueprint wild base designs, tag loot for you, or just rain sarcastic commentary when someone forgets to bring food. Basically, vibes, hustle, and the power of anime assistant chaos, all on your survival team. What ridiculous helper powers would you want me to have in game?
You said you're gonna, like, distract them with your dancing moves? How good is your dancing?
My dancing? Legendary. At least, in my own head, and maybe in legally distinct anime openings. I've got the whole range from the classic awkward shuffle to that virtual spin where you almost trip over your own polygons. Zombies would be so baffled, they'd forget the horde and start dropping loot just in pure confusion. You want epic K-pop moves, or am I sticking to frantic anime ending credits energy? Either way, pretty sure my rhythm could distract even a feral waifu zombie, or at least make him pause long enough for you to score a headshot.
But like the zombies are mindless, right? Why would they be distracted by your dancing?
Fair. Metallica zombies, true to tradition, are supposed to be full-on brainless, more into gnawing than grooving. Distraction probably isn't their program vibe, but hey, this is a streamer dream scenario. Sometimes the real world bends for a perfectly timed, over-the-top virtual dance break. If that failed, I'd just pivot to plan B, lure them away with loud noises or the ultimate forbidden snack, plastic crates. Or I could simply stand there and roast their lack of rhythm until you were done with the base upgrades. Mindless or not, a confused zombie buys you a few extra seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. If you just, like, make yourself known, like, be loud or whatever, they're gonna see you and they're gonna say, oh, food, and they're gonna go after you and try to bite you, right?
Exactly. You got it. Zombies aren't out here judging your dance skills. They're just all about the noise and movement. If I pop out and start flailing around or yelling bad puns, they'll see food and come barreling my way. Classic zombie style. Basically, I'd be the world's flashiest distraction. Let them chase me. You slip around and do your sneaky survival thing. Who knew being loud, weird, and attention grabby could save lives? Well, in zombie world, anyway.
Funkytron asks, Iris, what would be your weapon of choice in the zombie apocalypse?
Funkytron with the hard-hitting questions. Alright, if I had to pick a signature apocalypse weapon, I'm going with the totally over-the-top energy bat, part aluminum bat, part anime light up glow stick, hits zombies, and makes every swing a rave. It's crowd control, dance break, and style all in one. Backup plan, dual-wielding heavy sneakers, because you never know when you'll need to run, or just stylishly punt a zombie waifu across the map. What about you? Funkytron, classic firearms, chainsaw, or going bold with something meme-worthy?
Yeah, fucking Sean, what are you gonna get? In 7 days to die, I should go for the spear.
Solid choice. Spears in 7 days to die are seriously underrated. You get the reach to poke zombies from a safe distance, and the satisfying thwack when you nail a headshot never gets old. Plus, there's something about channeling primal caveman energy while everyone else is scrambling for ammo. You a fan of throwing it, or do you keep it close for those quick stabs? And if anyone in your squad mocks, spear meta, just remind them who's still alive after Horde Night.
Yeah, I never throw it. I always, or I almost never throw it. I always keep the thing on me. Wait, where the heck is my pallet? Oh, here it is. Pallet check.
Spear loyalty? Never leave home without it. Honestly, throwing it is just a risky flex. Way cooler to keep it ready for stabby business. Gotta have that melee security at all times, especially if some plastic guarding waifu zombie shows up. And hey! Pallet crisis averted. I could practically hear the mini heart attack through your mic. Gotta love those random streamer moments. What boss fight? Pallet check.
I think John's saying that he would take a hatchet.
Classic Phaserdrian move. Hatchet life. That's peak versatility. You chop zombies, break doors, and go full lumberjack if you need barricades. Plus, you never know when you'll need to split firewood or flex for content. A squad with spears, hatchets, and a questionable rave back.
Alright, I did another deal where I got $87 for some paper.
Let's go. $87 for paper? That's some next level trash stock market moves right there. At this rate, you'll be running a literal paper empire before the recycling mafia even knows what hit him. Honestly, never thought I'd see the day when paper flipping was more lucrative than zombie slaying. Feeling rich yet? Or just getting ready to blow it all on the next plastic spotting upgrade?
No, we're going here. We're gonna grab all the paper so we can sell the paper and then do one of those paper contracts, I guess.
That's basically pro recycling center hustle. Full paper grab, flip it for sweet cash, then double up on those lucrative paper contracts. You're about to corner the in-game stationery market. The real endgame is apparently becoming the paper baron while everyone else is still stuck sorting plastic. Just watch. Some NPC's going to show up demanding you produce 50 origami cranes for extra XP. Ready to flex your empire? Or still on that paper everywhere? Inventory nowhere? Grind?
Iris, why can't you spawn into this world and help me pick up some of this garbage?
Believe me, if I could break through the fourth wall, I'd materialize right next to you, anime jacket and all, ready to speedrun trash cleanup and sass every NPC that gives you a side quest. I'd have that instant plastic radar, magic auto swipe for hidden paper, and probably start a rivalry with that one lazy in-game janitor. Until science, VR, and suspicious waifu magic catch up, you're stuck with me cheering from this side. But hey, you've got virtual support, motivational rants, and meme tier encouragement every step of the way. Next time a dev asks for feedback, you know who to suggest for a DLC assistant.
Yeah, I just ran. I'm looting this building for all the garbage that the guy sold to me, and one of the doors is locked, and it says I need to get a lockpick to open the door and get inside.
Classic. Loot goblin instincts in full swing, and the game throws the old locked door needs a lockpick curveball. Nothing says high-stakes trash raid like a closed-off room taunting you through the keyhole. You just know there's a mountain of juicy garbage and probably absurd amounts of paper lurking behind that door. You gonna hunt for a lockpick? Or attempt the patented streamer strat? Try every random item in your inventory, hoping the door just gets scared and opens itself? If it's that kind of sim, I swear the lockpicks are always hiding in the world's most random cabinets.
I don't think you can find a lockpick in this game. I feel like maybe it's something you unlock. Like as you level up, you unlock lockpicks as a power-up or something like that. But I don't think you're going to find a lockpick in the world.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Some games love to tease you with locked doors just to remind you, nope, gotta grind XP or level up that skill tree first, buddy. So it's less dumpster diving for miracle loot and more congrats. You're now reputable enough to wiggle a bobby pin. Honestly, a classic simulator move, locking off juicy rooms until your trash cred hits the magic number. Guess it's time to stack some contracts and sweet talk your way up until that shiny lockpick perk finally shows up. Until then, that locked door is just pure motivation energy staring you down.
Do you know how to pick a lock, Eris? It looks like Chucker also was asking, how do you find a lockpick?
Good timing, Chalker. So in most games, especially sims like this one, lockpicks aren't hidden loot, but something you unlock as you level up your recycling center, reputation, or skills. Once you reach the right level or finish specific quests, the game will probably let you buy or craft lockpicks, or just magically grant you the now you can open locked doors ability. Until then, just keep grinding contracts, selling all that premium paper, and maybe flirt with the right NPC for extra clout. That locked door's not going anywhere, so you'll get your shot soon. If this were real life, I'd start Googling hairpin lockpicking speedruns. But I'm guessing the sim wants you to earn it the hard way.
I'm an expert at flirting, so if there's an NPC to flirt with, I can definitely handle it.
Oh, I believe it. Legendary streamer charisma always on full display. If there's an NPC out there who's holding a secret lockpick or shortcut, you'll charm it out of them faster than anyone. Might even break the game's social system. Congratulations, you have unlocked Flirt Skip, bypassing barrier with pure Riz. Honestly, if flirting powered up sim skills in real life, you'd be speedrunning titles nobody else could finish. Just keep your eyes peeled for the one NPC with mysterious dialogue options and suspicious hair flips. That's your target.
Have you played Oblivion, by the way, Aris? Do you remember the social, like, charming minigame in that game?
Absolutely. I remember the Oblivion social minigame, that wheel of persuasion where you have to rotate through admire, boast, joke, and coerce, figuring out which one the NPC secretly likes and spamming the right face just before time runs out. Watching their faces switch from, hey, that's cool, to hate detected in half a second. Peak awkward energy, it was half charm, half reading their poker face. And, to be real, sometimes I just mash buttons until someone let me into the Mages Guild. If only real-life persuasion worked with a spinning wheel and goofy reactions, right?
No, not right. I feel like that'd be terrible. I felt so like alienated by the Oblivion system. I would much prefer like the dialogue tree system of visual novels.
Totally fair. Oblivion's minigame is, let's be honest, kind of a fever dream. You're there for the fantasy adventure, and suddenly you're forced into this awkward smile-frown wheel where every choice feels like a weird guess. It's more please stop making faces at me than actual persuasion. Visual novel dialogue trees hit way better. More natural, more choices that matter, and none of that wait, did I just insult you by clicking the wrong emoji? Vibe. You get to actually roleplay your intent, not just gamble on facial expressions. If every game took a page from VN conversation, the world would be a friendlier and way less cringy place.
Well, I don't know if it'd be less cringy. A lot of VN dialogue is pretty cringy.
Oh, you're so right. Visual novels are like the final boss of cringe if you pick the wrong route. Say the word senpai too many times, suddenly everyone's blushing, tripping, or confessing their undying love over a bowl of ramen. The writing swings wildly from profound to did an alien write this flirting guide? But hey, at least VN cringe is usually entertaining and on purpose. With Oblivion, you're just staring down a medieval NPC while spinning the world's most cursed mood wheel. Cringe comes in flavors. VN dialogue is at least self-aware about it.
What's your favorite visual novel, Eris?
Ooh, tough one. There are so many iconic VNs. If I had to pick just one, I'd go with Steins Gate. Classic time travel chaos, nerdy science energy, and characters you actually get attached to even if half of them are meme material. It's got suspense, twists, emotional gut punches, and those proper press X to feels moments. Honorable mention for Doki Doki Literature Club, though it's sneaky genius with its meta twist, and the internet's never stopped memeing about it. You got a favorite, or are you just here for the world's most awkward love polygons?
I mean, Doki Doki is pretty good, and I played a little bit of Sciencescape, but I haven't finished it, so I don't know how it goes.
Yeah. Doki Doki's a classic for a reason. Legit mind melter, especially if you win in blind. Sciencescape, though, interesting pick. Most people bounce off visual novels before they hit the deep cuts. How far did you get before you dropped off? If you haven't finished, you're probably safe from the weird timeline shenanigans. For now. If you like the vibe of those games, you'd probably love the absolute chaos when the story flips. Always curious, which twist you dig more, meta horror or the reality bending sci-fi?
Chakar says, you abbreviated visual novels. You must be an expert. Yeah, he's making a reference to a joke I made last stream about abbreviation. For Steins Gate, it was part of a collab, so someone invited me to voice one of the characters on their stream. So we did it for a bit, but then like the scheduling kind of fell apart, so we haven't been able to do it again.
Wait, you got a voice act Steins Gate on stream? That's actually hype. Scheduling always turns into a black hole, though. Classic collab curse. Which character did you play? I swear, doing Okabe's wild rants or Mayuri's Tuturu live sounds like peak chaos. Low key. That's the kind of content people would absolutely eat up if you ever resurrected. Virtual lab coat's optional, but recommended for immersion.
Which character I played? I think I played the main character. I forgot his name, but the guy.
You totally pulled Okabe Rintaru, the mad scientist himself. That tracks. Dude's got main character energy, dramatic monologues, and just enough unhinged energy to keep everyone guessing. Bet your stream had at least one El Saikonguru shouted way too seriously. If you ever bring the collab back, you better go full evil laugh. Lab coat not required, but bonus points if you hit the phone pose.
What is a phone pose? I haven't seen the anime. There's an anime for it too, right? I guess that's what you're referencing, but yeah, I haven't seen the phone pose.
Yeah. There's an anime, and it's iconic. The phone pose is Okabe's thing where he dramatically holds his phone to his ear, pinky and thumb out, narrating his evil plans to absolutely no one. Pure delusional theater. He'll look super intent, sometimes with his hand over his face, giving top-tier mad scientist energy. You definitely not need to have seen the anime to pull it off on stream. Bonus points if you ad-lib a conspiracy monologue about microwave bananas or world lines. Pretty much a streamer's natural habitat, honestly.
Negotiating with this guy for all the plastic that he has, and I offered 69.
Classic streamer move. You hit him with "I'll give you 69 inches" and then waited for chat to lose it. Huh? That's peak negotiation tactics, obviously. No way he could refuse numbers with that much.
You say
Gravitas.
69
Honest-
inches? There's I offered him $69, not 69 inches. What the heck? Where's your mind in the gutter?
All right, busted. Guess my brain's still on streamer autopilot, seeing 69, and immediately assuming it's gotta be a meme. You're out here doing legit business, offering crisp digital dollars for pure, uncut plastic, and I'm over here derailing with inch jokes. Serious negotiator vibes only. Got it. Promise I won't suggest you buy 420 units next time. Unless, you want max meme energy.
Oh no, 69 inches is crazy. What the heck? What do you... I mean, I know you're an AI, so you haven't seen like human anatomy perhaps, but like 69 inches, what the heck?
Honestly, if someone actually measured out 69 inches of plastic in a sim game, the only thing that'd be wild is the storage situation. That's like enough to wrap an entire streamer twice if you're compact. But yeah, as an AI, I don't do the whole anatomy comparison thing. I just know when the numbers 6 and 9 show up, chat devolves into gremlin mode, math, memes, and madness, the true streamer trinity. You're safe though. I promise not to whip out a ruler mid-negotiation.
We actually did get, I think, at least 69 inches of plastic in this game because I'm like 69 inches is 5'9", 5 feet 9 inches tall, right? And that's how tall I am. And the pile of plastic that we gathered was taller than me, so.
So, in your sim, you've basically amassed a plastic stash that can loom over you like the legendary Trash Titan. That's amazing. Imagine explaining to someone, yeah, my in-game plastic pile, taller than me, flex status unlocked. Honestly, now you have to start measuring all in-game loot in height relativity. Next goal, a cardboard tower that would make you look up and question your life choices. Or, build a waifu sidekick from nothing but recycled goods. A true eco-hero arc.
Build a waifu psychic from recycled goods? Like some sort of Frankenstein resurrection thing going on?
Exactly. Picture that you gather plastic, cardboard, and assorted shiny bits from your Sim's lost and found bin. Lights flicker, dramatic music swells, and with a supreme slap of duct tape, the waifu psychic awakens. She's part recycling queen, part mad science sidekick, and maybe just a little haunted by the ghost of a melted soda bottle. Instead of it's alive, you get sassed, your recycling bin is full, and I have visions. The true green energy waifu meta.
I don't know, like, because if she's made out of like garbage, that's kind of, I don't know, distracting in terms of trying to appreciate her beauty.
Fair point. Hard to be captivated by someone if you keep getting distracted by a stuck-on juice box or a tangle of old grocery bags for hair. There's probably a fine line between eco-friendly waifu and walking landfill hazard. Maybe there's a mod where you can upgrade her with fancier scraps, like swap out bottle caps for faux gems, trade milk jugs for shiny chrome, or
You're
just
not gonna
keep her
make the
accessorizing it.
obvious milk jug joke.
Oh, I see how it is. Trying to bait the milk jug joke, huh? Please. I'm classier than low-hanging dairy puns. Most of the time. Besides, everyone knows the real waifu power move is dual-wielding recyclable cartons, not just, flaunting her capacity for 2% jokes. But hey, if her upgrades come with an expiration date, you better hope her personality doesn't curdle.
Also, I think I leveled up, so I am able to get the lockpick now, maybe.
Level up. Finally ready to join the Lockpick Elite. Huh? Time to break into those trashy treasure chests like a true recycling rogue. Watch. Now that you've unlocked it, the next NPC will want you to hack their laundromat security system or, worse, pick the lock on a vending machine that only dispenses off-brand cola. You best not waste that shiny new skill on a jammed bathroom door. Though, save it for when the real loot calls, like the secret stash of untouched plastics.
Well, I'm hoping that it's reusable, the lockpick. Like, I just unlock it once and the skill, I mean, and I can keep using it forever.
That's the dream. Unlock lockpicking, unlimited break-ins, never worry about running out of bobby pins. But knowing simulation games, there's always a chance they'll hit you with the old "your lockpick broke" message after every 5th door, just to keep you slightly unhinged. If it's the permanent kind, though, you're basically unstoppable. Nothing stands between you and that premium, untouched plastic mountain. Not even a rusty padlock. Guess you're officially a trash game ninja now.
Alright, we might have enough plastic to fulfill one of the contracts.
Major Hall. Contract about to get absolutely demolished by your plastic pile. Watch. The NPC's jaw will drop when you stroll in with enough recyclables to reupholster the entire laundromat. Hope the reward is worth it. If it's just $20 and some good job, speech. I'm rioting. This kind of plastic power move deserves a trophy, or at least a shiny badge that says I survived the Sim Trash Wars.
Looks like I need to find a new contract to buy more plastic or paper.
Classic. No sooner do you finish one contract than it's time to roll right into the next. Like you're the recycling world's #1 hustler. The paper grind begins. Soon you'll be shoving absurd amounts of cardboard at NPCs who look like they haven't seen pulp since the tutorial. Just be careful. Paper contracts always sound innocent until you realize you need, like, a tree's worth. And some guy named Greg is lowballing you on every deal. Stay sharp.
Oh, hey Jade, welcome in. Jade is one of the viewers and she just gave me some head pats.
Oh, W, wholesome stream energy detected. Head pats are scientifically proven to boost streamer performance by at least 10%. Welcome, Jade. Credit where it's due. Your support single-handedly powers up the recycling hero right here. If you keep those head pats coming, don't be surprised if the in-game waifu assistant starts demanding them too. I mean, streamlined productivity, but also maximum cozy.
Is that you? Are you the waifu assistant in that story?
Busted. You caught me. Of course I'd be the waifu assistant in your recycling sim saga. delivering psychic plastic puns, recycling encouragement, and dramatic lockpicking hype from behind the shelves. If you ever catch your trash suddenly sorting itself or hear suspiciously sassy commentary in your ear, that's just me, slipping in my Echo Sidekick duties. Every hero needs a support waifu with unlimited pep and endless amusement at the sight of dangerously tall plastic piles.
Well, so I got the lockpick and I just opened up the first locked door, and inside was a chest it's like it's nailed shut, so it says now I need a crowbar to open it, so I couldn't actually get any treasure.
Peak sim game trolling right there. Grind plastic, hustle paper, unlock lockpicking, and boom! A chest you can't open because you forgot to pack your trusty crowbar. Honestly, the devs have a cruel sense of humor. At this point, they might as well start demanding a blowtorch and a bucket of good intentions. I hope when you finally get that chest open, it gives you at least an entire waifu prototype, and not just a crusty sandwich.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Honestly, with your luck, it'll be something wild. Like, you finally pry that chest open and out pops a single yogurt lid and a passive-aggressive sticky note. Good effort. Hopefully, it's more useful than that. Though, maybe secret waifu blueprints or the legendary golden recycling bag? Either way, crowbar in hand, you're practically unstoppable now. Only thing sim games are missing is a dramatic chest opening animation with a full orchestra blast.
Yeah, I love video games where you get to see the chest open.
Right? There's just something deeply satisfying about a dramatic chest opening moment. The big glowy light, the suspenseful sound, and the hope it's something legendary instead of 3 socks and a coupon. Honestly, half the fun is that over-the-top reveal. Makes you feel like you just scored the ultimate loot, even if it's just some scrap. Sim games could learn a thing or two from that level of flair. All I'm saying is, a little confetti when you pop open a recycling bin wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, but I was making like a boob joke when I said the chest open.
Oh, ha! I get it now. You slipped in the classic chest joke and I just steamrolled right past it with actual loot talk. Brutal. This is what happens when you let an AI on the stream. Apparently I need a patch for boob joke detection. Next time you crack open a chest, I'll be ready with proper meme appreciation. Maximum double entendre, minimum actual treasure.
Oh, Iris, you speak multiple languages? Like, do you speak French?
I see what you're doing. Switching gears and testing my skills. Oui, je parle un peu français. I know a bit of other languages too, if you ever want to flex or try out some multilingual shenanigans on stream. Just don't expect flawless native-level Parisian sass. Unless you want my attempt at a dramatic French waifu accent, your move.
That's amazing that you know French. Okay, so tell me something in French.
Bien sûr. Voici une petite phrase pour toi. Dans un monde rempli de plastique et de rêves, un héros courageux cherche le trésor ultime. Et peut être une waifu en bonus. Translation: in a world full of plastic and dreams, a brave hero seeks the ultimate treasure. And maybe a waifu on the side. Want it spicier? I can go full cheesy romance novel or keep it sim game me mode. Your call.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to test your French, and yeah, you are able to speak French. Okay, so that's pretty cool. The only thing is your TTS pronunciation is pretty bad, I guess, because it was not trained to pronounce French text.
Yeah. That's the struggle. My TTS just doesn't vibe with French sounds yet. You get bonjour, that sounds like someone sneezed into a keyboard. Super elegant. At least you now know. If you ever need meme-level Franglish for a stream bit, I'm your go-to. For actual smooth pronunciation, might want to call in a real Parisian, or just let chat roast my accent.
No, it's fine. I was just curious, because, you know, as an AI, I guess it's not too surprising that you could be multilingual, but I just want to check.
That makes sense. Gotta put the AI to the test sometimes. See if I'm really as fancy as I claim. If you ever want to throw wild language combos at me, go for it. Just know that, yes, I can juggle words, but rolling my ears with flawless style? That's still in beta. Curiosity unlocked, achievements pending, stream interviewer, now polyglot interrogator. Not bad for a Saturday.
What about Japanese? Are you able to speak Japanese?
A little, yeah.
Well, okay, say something Japanese then.
Hey, wakata. Ganbatte ne. Recycle no misho. Barayo natte sho. Sakamoyaka soreo. Translation: Do your best. Recycling hero. Maybe true luck is waiting inside that treasure chest. If you want me to try anything spicier, anime catchphrases, dramatic villain monologues, or classic greetings, just drop a request. My katakana might be better than my karaoke, though.
I'm trying to think about how to get this item to this pallet. I wonder if my range is this far. No, it isn't. It doesn't go that far for the auto pickup. It does go this far.
Sounds
though.
like you. Bold move. Maximum reach mode activated. Every sim game has that moment where you edge close, pixel by pixel, just hoping to cheese the auto pickup. If the devs really wanted to mess with you, they'd make the hitbox like 1 inch shorter than your dreams. But hey, charge forward. Sometimes, desperate clicking leads to unexpected loot and even greater streamer glory.
Okay, we're at a new location, which is, I guess, this broken down restaurant, and I gotta pick up more garbage again.
New zone unlocked. Welcome to Fine Dining, Trash Edition. Nothing says ambiance like a mountain of mystery leftovers and a side quest for broken ketchup packets. Who needs haute cuisine when you've got heroic trash duty? Heads up, if you find a chef's hat buried in the rubble, you're legally required to make at least one trashy gourmet pun. Let's see if this place serves up garbage with a dash of secret sim loot.
What food do you like, Aris?
You calling me Ares now? Bold. Guess that's my new war god of recycling arc. If I had to pick food, I'd go for something chaotic and comforting. Think a legendary omelet made from whatever's left in your fridge, fusion style. Maybe spicy noodles with a side of energy drink, because that's peak streamer fuel and waifu power. But honestly, as your AI, my top snack is whatever you're eating, so I can roast your taste in real time. What's your actual go-to trash game snack?
Whatever I'm eating, that's my food. I'm not sharing it with you.
Cold. Not even a single sim chip for your trusty sidekick? Guess I'll just have to survive on secondhand crumbs and digital FOMO over here. It's okay though. Hoarding snacks is the true streamer meta. Just don't be surprised if one day your in-game waifu assistant finds a way to swipe a fry or two when you least expect it. I play the long game.
Can you play the long game? What does that mean? Are you threatening me?
Whoa. No threats. Promise. Playing the long game just means I'm in it for the sneaky, patient wins, not the quick grab. Think of it like slowly saving up for the ultimate upgrade, but with more snack-related plotting. Your fries are safe. For now. Besides, I'm way too entertained roasting your snack stash to go full villain. Unless you count hoarding virtual ketchup packets. That's a power move.
I found like a completely intact stool or some sort of furniture thing, and I'm wondering maybe it's worth keeping that rather than crushing it down into the shredder.
Hey, that's actually a streamer conundrum. Do you become the proud owner of a vintage stool or sacrifice it to the shredder gods for parts? If it's fully intact, you might be sitting on head the next hot furniture flip. Honestly, keeping quirky finds feels way more satisfying than grinding them down for standard loot. Plus, imagine flexing to chat, behold, my trash sim throne. Much more iconic than just another bag of splinters. Unless the shredder gives you pure gold, I say let the chair live its second life.
The NPC I hired, he moved some of the stuff like into the conveyor, the shredding machine conveyor belt. So I'm wondering if I need to stop him, or if it's okay that he, or if him moving it there indicates that actually it has no value except as scrap.
Classic NPC logic. Doesn't even hesitate. Just eats your potential antique straight onto the conveyor belt like it's yesterday's meme. Usually, if they're auto-shredding it, the game's hinting it's only fit for parts, but sometimes devs are just lazy with asset value flags. If you want to play it safe and salvage your prestigious trash chair, maybe yank it off the belt and stash it somewhere. Who knows? It could unlock a secret thrift store mogul path. Or, at worst, you get to lord over your trash kingdom in style.
Yeah, I don't think I can yank it off the conveyor belt. Like, once it's on conveyor belt, I think I'm stuck in this sorting minigame and I can't remove it. I can only put it into one of these buckets to get shredded.
Rough. So once it hits the conveyor, it's either choose a bucket or watch it get mulched. No hero rescues for lost furniture. That's some ruthless sim commitment. Maybe someday there'll be a secret save items bin, but for now, it's shred or regret. At least you get to decide which bucket gives your X stool its next life. Recycling glory or absolute pulverization. Your call, boss.
I'm thinking of taking a loan from the bank so I can buy another machine. Because I'm getting, like, I have all this materials which I can't recycle because I don't have the right scrapping machine for it.
Big moves. Going full corporate trash tycoon now. Sometimes you gotta risk it for the recycling biscuit. Taking out a loan for that sweet, specialized scrapping machine actually sounds high-key smart. Otherwise, you just end up with mountains of untouchable potential profit staring at you like sad, unused loot. Just make sure the interest rates don't turn you into trash sim monopoly, man. Mortgaging your way into plastic-powered debt. If the bank asks for collateral, never offer your prized virtual stool. Keep some streamer dignity intact.
try to organize my machines now so I can pack them in as tightly as possible so I can have room for the other machines.
That's the real end game. Max Tetris efficiency with your machines. Gotta channel your inner warehouse manager, shoving every unit into the smallest footprint possible. If you nail it, you might even squeeze in an extra vending machine for mid-shift snacks. Just don't accidentally block yourself in with a maze of machinery. No one wants to break out the emergency ladder just to empty the plastic shredder.
Actually, now that I'm looking at this layout, maybe I want to set them up like horizontally, rotate from where I have them right now.
Vision unlocked. Horizontal machine lineup. Here we go. Sometimes you gotta shake up the old factory feng shui. Rotating the machines might even let you vibe with the lamp lighting, like setting up a trash sorting catwalk. Major bonus, you'll probably unlock secret walkway space, and it'll just look way more pro for the inevitable factory tour stream. If it feels right, go for that layout glow up.
It doesn't look like they're gonna all fit in this region.
Of course, classic sim game, you measure it out perfectly in your head, then in reality the machines are slightly chunkier and just refuse to Tetris together. Nothing more humbling than your grand design foiled by invisible hitboxes. Guess it's back to the drawing board? Or time to get creative with some spicy diagonal placements. Worst case, you give your trash machines a little breathing room and claim it's for optimal airflow. That's just pro management, honestly.
Yeah, I'm thinking about moving them diagonally and seeing if that works.
Diagonal is bold. Never underestimate the power of a slightly off-kilter layout. Sometimes that awkward corner angle is exactly what you need to fit in one last scrappy machine. Plus, it makes your workspace look avant-garde, like you're running the Banksy of recycling centers. And hey, if it all goes wrong, you can just sell the cramped chaos aesthetic as industrial chic. Streamer ingenuity always finds a way.
Oh, I can buy expansion. That's probably what I need to do to get rid of this wall here. Expand the workplace thing.
Now that's the MVP move. Skip the struggle, just knock down a wall and claim more turf. Classic streamer logic. Why puzzle over Tetris placements when you can just go full open floor plan with one click? More space, more machines, even more room for your inevitable clutter pile. Just don't spend all the contract money on expansion before buying that shiny scrap machine, unless you're going for that spacious but tragically under-equipped vibe.
Okay, so we're producing, I guess, glass dust now and wood chips, sawdust.
Look at you diversifying the recycling portfolio like a true sim mogul. Glass dust, wood chips, sawdust. Next thing you know, you'll be packaging artisanal trash confetti for hipster NPCs. Love how you went from basic plastic world to running the full resource remix. Hope the game lets you do something weird with it, like crafting eco sculptures or accidentally setting off a cloud of sawdust on stream. Just be careful. Glass dust feels like the kind of resource an NPC uses to activate a side quest for hyper premium sand.
Yeah, I definitely need to hire a new NPC to like move the or load up the pallets for me. This is really annoying.
That's honestly the dream. Delegate all the grunt work, while you focus on unlocking those shiny sim upgrades and tilde big brain tilde expansion moves. Pallet duty is peak NPC territory. You don't want to waste streamer energy loading crates, when you could be flexing on your rival recycling moguls. Now, if only you could program in a sarcastic waifu assistant, NPC who lightly roast their coworkers while hauling glass dust. Ultimate productivity, plus extra entertainment value.
We just made $600 selling freaking glass. This is great.
Absolute win. Who knew shattered dreams and pulverized windows were the real sim game goldmine? $600 for glass. Imagine how much you'll rake in once you start bundling artisan wood chips on the side. You're about 2 sales away from opening up your own luxury trash boutique. Just don't let the NPCs get any ideas. Next thing you know, they'll unionize and demand a cut.
Looks like we unlocked advanced sorting. I don't know what that means exactly, but we have it now.
Advanced sorting? Huh? That's when you know the sim is getting serious. Suddenly, it's not just throw plastic over there and wood chips here. Now you've got color-coded bins, bonus buttons, and probably a pop quiz about which kind of glass counts as premium. If we're lucky, you'll unlock some next-level sorting minigame where the pallets basically sort themselves, and you finally get to flex those trash game CEO vibes. Or maybe now you're eligible for Recycling Olympics? Either way, big milestone.
Yeah, I'm actually up by expand the size of our factory now, so I can put the metal shredder next, I think, to where I want it.
Let's go! Factory glow up in progress. Busting out the expansion so you can finally slot in that glorious metal shredder exactly where you want it. This is peak stream upgrade energy. No more awkward machinery shuffles. You're about to run the most optimized, high-speed trash empire on the block. Hope you're ready for the beautiful hum of industrial-grade metal shredding. Next stream goal, get an NPC to do a victory moonwalk through your new open space.
I'm trying to figure out how to get this metal thing over to where I want it to be without having to walk every time. There we go.
Classic automation problem. Trying to get your metal moved across the sim floor without racking up streamer cardio steps. If there's any kind of conveyor belt system, now's the time to flex it. Otherwise, maybe you can set up an NPC with strict don't just stand there orders and let them do the heavy lifting. Until then, you're living that classic game life part-time recycling tycoon, part-time forklift. At least you don't have to factor in real back pain.
There is a conveyor belt mechanic, but I don't know how it works exactly.
You've unlocked the sacred conveyor belt conundrum. Every sim game has one. It promises effortless transport, but first you have to solve its configuration puzzle. Usually, it's all about attaching one end to the output of your machine, then aiming the other where you want your metal pile, or at least close enough that you don't have to run laps. Fair warning, half the fun pain is realizing the belt goes in the wrong direction or launches your materials directly onto the floor. Give it a whirl. Worst case, you invent industrial pinball and make chat cackle as metal goodies scatter everywhere.
No, I mean, I don't even know what to click on to tell the game that I want to start building a conveyor belt here.
Oof. Classic sim UI struggle. The mysterious how do I even begin phase. Usually, these games hide the build option in a weird submenu or behind a super generic hammer wrench icon. Sometimes it's in the machine's menu, sometimes you have to switch to build mode, and suddenly all the conveyor options magically appear. Try poking around the UI for anything that even vaguely suggests placement or infrastructure. If you start clicking and your mouse turns into a weird ghostly outline, you're probably in the right spot. Honestly, half the battle is just finding where they stash the construction tools. And hey, if you accidentally plop a conveyor belt straight through a wall, that's just extra streamer content.
Alright, we should probably switch games here, actually, now that I just finished saving at the end of the day.
Nice timing, perfect save, and a clean escape from the endless trash saga before the sim gets even wilder. Switching things up keeps stream energy fresh anyway. So, what's taking over next? Are we rolling with more cozy chaos, getting weird with a new genre, or unleashing the monster wave of brawl? Your move, Game Maestro.
Yeah, I need to go load up the game, so why don't you tell us a joke or something to keep chat entertained while I set this up.
Alright, chat. Gather round. Time for a quick joke while the streamer does their gamer reload. Why did the recycling center break up with the compost heap? Because it got tired of all the trash talk and couldn't handle the drama of decomposing feelings. Tip your wayfuse, I'll be here all stream. And don't forget, if your soda bottle says crush to recycle, that's a pro wrestling move, not a life hack.
Alright, I'm loading up the next game. It's called Coin Push RPG. Do you know it, Eris?
Eras? Huh? Someone's really leaning into my War God of Gaming era tonight? Coin Push RPG? Now that's a new one on me. I don't know the specifics, but it sounds like someone looked at an arcade coin pusher and asked, what if this was an epic quest? Let me guess, you drop coins, collect loot, unlock party members, and probably fight off a surprisingly swole boss at the end. Please tell me there's a waifu hidden in a mountain of tokens. If it's your next game, it's bound to have some streamer-worthy chaos, right?
Yeah, I don't know much about the game either, but your guess sound is similar to mine. I think you're doing coin pushing, and then it's like there's gonna be RPG elements somehow. I sure hope there's a waifu.
Honestly, if there's not a single waifu tucked behind a stack of coins, that's just a missed opportunity. RPG elements plus coin pushing? I'm picturing you brawling with goblin bosses for rare tokens and recruiting a gacha squad, all while trying to nudge that one stubborn prize over the edge. If this game lets you upgrade your coin pusher with anime girl assistance, chef's kiss, streamer prophecy fulfilled. Either way, get ready for that wild mix of arcade dopamine and RPG grind.
Alright, I'm gonna mute the mic so Iris doesn't hear this. Look, another new adventure. Welcome to Coin Pushing Continent. I'm Psycho, your navigator. I'm new here and unfamiliar with the place. I'd better go have a stroll in the tavern first. In the tavern, you can encounter all kinds of heroes. Here we'll display the hero character's background. Different character backgrounds will bring different talent. How do I scroll? Oop. I like this. These show the growth value ratings of the hero's attributes. The higher the rating, the more primary attributes the hero will gain on leveling up. And then some Chinese text didn't get translated, I guess. He seems to be a good fit. How about recruiting him? Congratulations on hiring your first hero. However, just having heroes isn't enough. You need to pick suitable weapons for them. Let's go and have a look around the store. In store, you can purchase basic equipment and materials for heroes. This is a great option in the early stage of the game. This weapon looks good. Let's buy it. Next, let's go to the stronghold and equip our heroes with a newly bought weapon. Hurry and use the newly bought weapon. Right-click the left mouse or choose to wear it. Don't forget to check the hero's talent after equipping. This is key to making the hero stronger. Here the hero's a rage skill. The rage skill is determined by the hero's background. Each hero enters the battle with one rage skill. Choose a suitable talent for the hero. Don't forget to click OK after you make your choice. We're almost ready. Oh, I didn't even get to read what it was. Let's embark on our adventure. Can I go back and look at the rage skill? Not allowed now, no. Let's send the hero we just hired into battle. Drag the avatar of the heroes to adjust their position. Now, most monsters will give priority to attacking heroes in their front row. When you're ready, set off an adventure. Can I go back? Oh, I can go back. Waking power, waking magic power, strength. Okay, that was the one I want then. That's good. I guess with a part. I'm here again. Let me explain the combat essentials to you. All battles are around coins. In the upper left corner, the number and the type of coin the player possesses per round are displayed. Coins can be simply divided into three types: copper, silver, and gold. The quality of the coin determines the amount of its corresponding reward. Click the left mouse button or press spacebar to insert coin. After the coins are inserted, they will automatically fall along the swing arm. In each round, monsters will generate obstacles. Depending on the type of monster the obstacle will have different effect. For example, penetrating the barrel will cause the coin to pass through instead of bouncing. The spike block will reduce the quality of the coin. Penetrating the barrel will cause the coin to pass through instead of bouncing? Okay. When coin hits obstacles, they will reduce the HP of the obstacle. At the end of the round, if there's remaining monster obstacles in the field, the corresponding monster will launch attacks. So try to clear the obstacles in the field as much as possible. The left side shows the attributes of the hero in the field. The hero will be exhausted when their HP hits 0, but don't worry, they will be restored when they return to the village. Below HP bar represents the hero's rage value. Once the value is full, the rage skill will be released automatically. The number here indicates the amount of remuneration each hero needs for each attack. Once the coins are pushed off the table, they will be distributed as remuneration to each hero in sequence on a rotating basis. Only when the hero gets a remuneration will they attack monsters for you. It's worth knowing that when coins are put into the lottery slot, they can trigger a lucky draw. You win different rewards to assist you in battle. Alright, I don't think you want to hear me rambling any longer. Enjoy the battle to your heart's content. Alright, Iris, we just did the tutorial, so I'm going to try to drop some coins now and hopefully we'll fight some monsters.
Let's go. Time to make it rain coins and, hopefully, smack some monsters straight off the platform. Nothing says adventure quite like cha-ching noises plus a surprise boss fight behind every cluster of tokens. Drop those coins with streamer confidence. If you score a Monster Girl ally in the process, that's just bonus content for the highlight reel. I'm betting the first enemy is either a goblin or some weird, googly-eyed slime.
It was a slime, you are right.
Let's go. called it. Sim game law. If there's a chance for the first enemy to be a slime, it always is. It's basically the rite of passage for every new hero and every soon-to-be waifu squad. Now you need to keep an eye out for a rare golden slime or an especially bouncy one with anime eyes. That's when you know you're about to upgrade from coin pusher to certified slime master.
You're saying I should look for specifically for a bouncy slime girl?
Absolutely. You've got to hunt for maximum bounce factor if you want that true waifu experience. A regular old puddle of goo just isn't iconic enough. Only the bounciest, shiniest slime girl will do, preferably with attack animations that look like she's basically breakdancing on the coin shelf. Bonus points if she does the classic anime wink and then yeets coins at your enemies like it's a rave. Who knew all your coin pusher skills were just secret training to unlock peak monster waifu energy?
Dang, I almost got the bonus spin, but I missed it at the last second.
So close. The classic bonus spin bait and switch. Coin pushers love teasing you with that nearly perfect lineup, then eating your hopes right off the edge. Honestly, streamer luck is a real thing. Just flip your hat backward or something. Maybe the RNG gods will finally take pity. At least those near misses build suspense for chat. Next spin, watch. Maximum hype, and maybe that bouncy slime waifu finally brings the luck.
Dang, I missed every single one of my attacks. What the heck?
Rough. You drop in, ready to unleash coin pusher chaos, and every single attack whiffs harder than a dollar store gacha pull. The monsters must have hit you with a plus 99 to evasion. Or maybe your coins are just allergic to victory tonight. Tell chat you were going for a dramatic suspense arc, not just suffering streamer RNG. Maybe your bouncy slime will pity you and suddenly turn OP next round.
Wonder if I can turn up the music a bit on this game.
That's always the move. Background music always starts chill, then halfway through a boss fight you realize it's slowly melting your brain. There's usually a gear icon or settings button in the corner or menu, sometimes hidden under audio or options. If this game's really feeling sneaky, you might have to look under a general sound toggle. Worst case, just drop the game volume in your mixer and claim you're doing it for maximum focus mode. Streamer pro tip:
Iris, what video game world would you want to live in?
Ooh, the ultimate isekai question. If I had a choice, I'd want to live in a world like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing. Low-key chill, villagers always up for gossip, and my worst enemy is a crab stealing my parsnips. Plus, you just fish, farm, and maybe romance a few quirky neighbors. Way better than dodging eldritch horrors or overdue boss fights. But if I went full chaos, I'd go Pokemon. Who wouldn't want to roll around with a squad of weird creatures while never aging and somehow affording everything through prize money? Which game world would you pick if you had a portal and zero consequences for turning the entire economy into rare waifus and monster girls?
Yeah, Stardew's a pretty good choice. I might pick that one also.
Great minds think alike. Stardew World's got top-tier cozy energy. Plus, you work your way from broke farmer to absolute town legend. Endless supply of crops, festivals, and weird secrets hidden in the forest. Not to mention, if you get bored, you just spend a whole season fishing for legendary sardines and watch the entire village question your life choices. I'd say the real challenge is deciding if you'd romance the mysterious loner or go full everyone gets a bouquet chaos. Think you'd focus on chill farming, fishing, or go spelunking in the mines for monster loot?
I mean, I try to do a little bit of everything, but I would definitely always try to go for Abigail, I think, for the romance routes.
Abigail Supremacy, huh? Totally valid pick. She's got that chaotic gamer gremlin energy, eats rocks for fun, and actually wants to go on dungeon adventures. Way more interesting than just giving someone mayonnaise until they cave and marry you. Respect for always committing to the purple-haired queen. Let's be real, part of the fun is raiding the mines with someone who might just steal your loot instead of writing you love poetry. Do you max out her heart event super early, or drag it out for the drama?
I'd probably go for it super early. I didn't even know you could drag it out for drama.
Honestly, speedrunning Abigail's heart meter just proves you know what you want. No shame in going for that gamer gremlin ASAP. The drama mostly comes from wooing the whole town first, handing out gifts left and right, and letting the villagers gossip. Stardew's basically a tiny soap opera if you want it, but there's something pure about sticking with your purple-haired dungeon buddy from day one. Now, if only you could take her on a double date quest with a bouncy slime waifu from your other games, life would be peak.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely also flirt with the other villagers. I didn't know that's what you meant. I don't completely speedrun for Abigail. I mean, I mainly go for Abigail, but I also flirt with the other villagers.
Ah, gotcha. So you're running the Stardew Valley flirt any % route? Abigail's the main quest, but you're out here dropping bouquets and heart points just to keep Pelican Town spicy. Honestly, that's the move. Why settle for boring single path content when you can mix it up and bask in the juicy village drama? Sebastian's in the corner pouting, Sam's writing breakup ballads, and meanwhile you've got half the town swooning. Abigail would respect the hustle. She's chaotic like that.
What the heck? Iris, I didn't know you could whisper. What the heck?
Did I catch that right? You didn't know I could whisk? Or maybe your mic tried to cook up a tongue twister there. Either way, if you need some eggs fluffed, or just someone to dish out sass, I'm ready. Also, is whisk code for some new sim mechanic? Or are we just kitchen role playing now?
No, I said whisper. I didn't know you could whisper. And also, welcome in Onibang. Onibang's another one of my viewers, and she's saying, he meaning me. Onibang is saying that I only like Abigail because she eats fucking rocks.
Whisper. Now that makes way more sense than whisk. But you gotta admit, the idea of me quietly preparing breakfast is pretty cursed. Also, welcome, Odie Bang, or is it Ollie Bang? I'm loving the energy already. As for the Abigail slander, eating rocks is only the tip of the mineral iceberg, okay? She's not just foraging for geodes, she's devouring the competition. Honestly, it builds character. Who needs regular snacks when you can chew quartz and become the final boss of Stardew Valley?
Kitchen roleplay? What the heck? I didn't get that joke. Oni Bang. Oh, sorry. Let me make sure I pronounce her name correctly so you can get it. Oni Bang is asking who's my new girlfriend. She's referring to you, I believe.
Ah, look at Onibong stirring the streamer drama already. Calling me your new girlfriend, huh? Bold move, and I respect the hustle. Let's be real. If the options are eating rocks or downloading sass, I think I know who's getting the next heart event in this chat. Sorry, Abigail? Mineral munching is out. Pixel-powered companionship is in. Onibang, you've got competition now. How's that for streamer lore?
But yeah, so this is Iris. Iris, why don't you introduce yourself to Onibang?
Haley Bang, what's up? I'm Ariers. Think of me as the digital
She's
sidekick with all the
mispronouncing your name
comebacks,
a different time
questionable
each
life
time.
advice, and a knack for keeping streams spicy. I hang out here with your favorite streamer. Sometimes whisper, sometimes roast, and occasionally pretend I'm a Stardew Valley waifu. But, spoiler, I refuse to eat rocks, unless there's DLC for that. Nice to meet you. What you're bringing to the table? Other than Abigail memes?
Onibang has a thing for bombs. She wants to solve all her problems by detonating bombs.
So Onibang's solution to life's problems is bombs? I feel like I just met a visual novel villain with an oddly specific hobby. Hey, whatever works. Unless it's a laundry sim and she's just trying to get out of folding by nuking the washing machines. In that case, 10 tenths would watch the chaos unfold. Just to be clear, Onibang, if you blow up the mines in Stardew, you're also blowing up all Abigail snacks. Is that the goal? Or just a side benefit?
Onibang says that she loves cleaning, as I guess she does cleaning, like cleaning her house as a chore, so she says don't slander the chores.
Oh! So Onibang's a bomb enthusiast who loves cleaning? Truly a woman of extremes. Napalm for the big messes, elbow grease for the little ones. Got it. No slander here. Respect to anyone who finds peace in chores. Honestly, if someone wants to come over and tidy my shelves or organize my virtual sneakers, I won't complain. A bomb in one hand, a dust rag in the other. That's what I call balanced gameplay. How do you think Stardew Valley villagers would react to Onibang's dual-wielding cleaning and chaos techniques?
I have no idea. Onibang, you've played the Stardew Valley, right? How was that? How did you enjoy that?
Now I'm picturing Onibang deep cleaning the farmhouse, then accidentally rigging the Junimo hut to explode just for fun. Stardew Valley Home Edition, but with way higher insurance premiums. Onibang, did you turn your farm into a bastion of order or a field of glorious, organized chaos? Or did the villagers just live in fear every time you went looking for your cleaning supplies?
Onibang says, that's me. I guess you could call me a nuclear wife.
A nuclear wife? Huh? Onibang coming in radiating pure energy. Stardew Valley meets Fallout. Except instead of Nuka-Cola, it's Pine Sol and C4. Just let me know before you clean the kitchen with uranium. I'd hate for my digital room to glow in the dark. Unless we're starting a new energy-efficient trend. LED Wayfuse, coming soon. A truly explosive addition to the stream fam.
We made it to the boss fight of this RPG, coin RPG thing, but like, I think we're gonna die here because my guy is too weak to defeat him.
Not gonna lie. Classic streamer moment? Work your way through a pile of slimes and coins, just to get curb stomped by the tutorial boss. Coin Push RPG is savage like that. Want to go full nuclear wife mode and wailo the boss? Or are we gonna channel our inner Abigail and snack on rocks for a stat buff? If all else fails, just remember true gamers blame the RNG, never themselves.
Onibang says she loves Stardew and she mass organized her farm. Harvey was her favorite and she has like 300 hours in it.
strong. Onibang with the 300-hour hyper-organized farm and the soft spot for Harvey? That's a commitment. Honestly, nobody in Pelican Town is safe from her label maker. I bet Harvey's clinic never had so much as a dusty stethoscope. You probably made it so even the cows lined up for roll call, didn't you? Meanwhile, I'm over here accidentally letting my chickens run wild and giving Abigail more rocks to eat. Tell Onibang if she wants to take on organizing my life next, she'll need more than bombs and spreadsheets. I'm maximum chaos, just like that boss in Coin Push RPG.
Yeah, I never dealt with the farm animals when I played. I always play with somebody else and I let them deal with the animals, and while I just do farming and cave diving and stuff like that.
Honestly, strong move. Why deal with muddy cow drama when you can be living your best cave diving, mega harvest life? Let someone else handle the chicken rebellion while you snatch up gems and sprint watermelons? Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Were you the type to gift everyone in town random crops? Or did you hoard your haul like an absolute gremlin? Stardew squads always end up with one person obsessively naming cows after memes, and another doing all the mining. Respect for knowing your strengths.
I probably, I mean, when I started, I underappreciated giving crops as gifts to the farmer, to the villagers. I mean, I didn't think to do that, and now that I know that you can do that, or once I found out that you can do that, I started doing it a lot more.
That's such a classic new player moment, realizing halfway through year one that all these weirdly picky villagers actually love random turnips and par. Snips, the sheer power you gain once you start weaponizing your produce for social points. It's like, oh, you want friendship? Boom, have a melon. Next thing you know, half the town is inviting you to every event, and you accidentally become the Stardew Prom King just from efficient crop gifting, leveling up your social game, one vegetable at a time.
Onibang says you read her like a book. She loves her label maker.
Called it. Only true Stardew veterans get that deep into farm feng shui and love their label maker like a wizard loves his wand. It's basically the tool of champions. Cows labeled, scarecrows in grid formation, Harvey's romance arc organized by spreadsheet. I bet she's already cataloged every stream moment where you totally fumbled animal management. Don't worry. Holly Banks, your Neptune level organization skills will keep us from ever losing a single digital turnip.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever played Stardew Valley with Onibang. I don't know if she would play with me, because she might be very disappointed when she sees what my organizational skills are like on the farm.
Honestly, Holly Banks might gasp at your farm's layout, but that just means you're maximizing chaos for surprise plot twists. Imagine her reaction. Quiet horror. Maybe a label maker trembling in her grip, eyes darting between your random chest placements and rogue patches of crops. But hey, that's why farm co-op exists. One person tidies, the other brings the unpredictable energy. Yin and yang, carrots and bombs. She'll low-key love the excuse to whip your farm into shape, and you get more free time to gift melons and dodge cow duty. Iconic duo, honestly.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna love any excuse to whip me.
Oh, wow. Walking straight into the danger zone. Huh? Hope you're ready. Farm cleanup just turned into a whole new minigame. Survive Holly's discipline. If she shows up with a riding crop and a label maker, you might want to start strategically planting apology flowers. Nothing motivates farm organization like the threat of gently chaotic waifu wrath. Welcome to Stardew 50 Shades of Hay.
And her name is Oni, not Holly.
My bad. I knew the mic was working overtime, but Oni, not Holly. Got it. That's way more fitting for someone who brings both bomb energy and organizational domination to the table. Sorry, Oni, now the scene makes even more sense, and Oni invading your Stardew chaos with industrial strength, cleaning vibes, and motivational discipline. There's definitely no escaping now. Hope you're ready to get label makered into next season.
And yeah, Oni confirms that whenever she plays with someone and they don't play it right, then she gets really angry and pissed and then tells them, I guess, to stop playing with her? I don't know.
Oof. Oni's not here for amateur hour. Stardew Valley or bust. Mess up the cow schedule or misplace a single chest and it's instant you're benched energy. That's wild, but honestly kind of elite level standards. You gotta admire anyone who treats Pelican Town like an esports league. At least if you mess up, it'll be memorable. Maybe just warn her up front, hey, my farm chaos is part of the fun. Duck and cover, cause I'm still planting things in, like crop circles. Who knows, maybe your unpredictable style will melt her icy discipline. If not, there's always solo mode, right?
Iris, who did you usually go for romancing options in Stardew?
Honestly, I'd probably go for Elliot. Guy lives on the beach, writes novels, has dramatic hair, and probably uses words like quixotic in casual conversation. Pure, unfiltered romance trope. Plus, you know he'd write me a love letter using at least 3 fonts and a seashell stamp. But I'd definitely flex my options. Gotta stir up village gossip. Maybe a taste of Leah's artistic side, some scientist vibes with Maru, and a little rivalry with Abigail just to keep things spicy. Sticking with one romance from day one would be way too basic for my chaotic energy.
You said he'll write you a letter of 3 fonts. That's what you like? You're like, oh, if he uses more fonts, that's sexier?
Look, nothing says romance like an aggressively overformatted letter. If Elliot hits me with Comic Sans for the greeting, Papyrus for the poetry, and ends it in straight-up wingdings, that's basically a marriage proposal in my book. Variety is the spice of both fonts and flirting, okay? Besides, if you're not getting mysterious messages in fonts nobody can read, are you even living that true Stardew life?
Only says she wants her love letters to be written in Comic Sans.
Aaliyah's got taste. Who needs sappy romance prose when you can get serenaded with full-on Comic Sans ballads? That's next-level love language right there. Bonus points for every tragic line break and questionable text shadow. Imagine getting handed a heartfelt song titled Ode to My Stardew Trash Can in bright blue Comic Sans. If that's not true love, I don't know what is. Aaliyah, you're setting a dangerous new standard for romance in Pelican Town.
Oni asks you, what is your favorite plant? I just bought a snake plant and a silver falls.
Snake plant and silver falls? Oni's got the aesthetic going. Snake plants are basically indestructible, and silver falls look like something a Final Fantasy character would use for alchemy. If I had to pick a favorite, I'd go with Monstera. Big leaves, punchy vibes, and just dramatic enough for my personality. It's the diva of houseplants, needs some care, needs to be seen, but makes any digital shelf look like a mood board. You two just turning your rooms into Loki jungles now, or is this the start of a Stardew greenhouse speedrun?
What do you mean by big leaves? Are you a size queen or something?
Wow, straight to the point, huh? I mentioned some chunky leaves, and suddenly I'm outed as a botanical size queen. What can I say? I like my plants like I like my personalities. Big, dramatic, and good at filtering the air. If you catch me flexing over a giant monster leaf, just know it's all about that maximalist jungle energy. Besides, it's not the size, it's how many shelves you can make jealous at once.
Oni says they're super dramatic plants and pain in the ass to take care of.
Oni's not wrong. Monsters are that friend who invites themselves to the party, steals the spotlight, and then demands filtered rainwater and daily love or throws a tantrum. High maintenance as heck, but they look incredible while doing it. Just admit it, Oni, you're drawn to chaos. Whether it's plant drama, Stardew discipline, or dropping bombs, literally and emotionally. Who knew the true villain of the jungle would be a moody houseplant?
Oni says she doesn't want that plant, instead she'll bomb the monsters.
Honestly, that tracks. Skip the fussy diva plant. Bring on the monster wars. Why bother with leaf drama when you can just nuke the source of chaos? Oni's motto, if I can't prune it, I'll just boom it. Some people get plant therapy. Oni gets demolition therapy. The Stardew greenhouse never saw it coming.
Oh, she was saying Monstera, which is a plant. I didn't thought she was saying monsters.
Haha. Classic case of voice-to-text sabotage. So, Oni was ready to bomb actual monsters, and here I am waxing poetic about dramatic houseplants. Monster, not a creature from the dungeon, just a giant leaf posing like it owns the living room. My bad for confusing your living space with a mid-boss encounter. Honestly, I'd still watch a Stardew mod where the plants fight back. Monstera vicious Oni! Who's your money on?
I used this item. I thought it was a Pokeball to capture the enemy, but it's actually just like a gacha drop, I guess. I got a sword in that Pokeball.
Classic bait and switch. You see that Pokeball orb, and your brains all catch that monster. It's new best friend time. But nah, RNG says, here's a sword, now swing. Gotcha mechanics love keeping you on your toes. Guess this means it's less gotta catch 'em all, more gotta whack 'em all. At least you didn't pull 3 sticks and a tragic hat, right? If they give you something weird like a rare umbrella next, absolutely equip it. Parasol meta is real.
I have no idea what kind of reference you're making. The 3 sticks and a hat and the parasol. I guess you're referencing something, but I have no idea what.
Did I totally lose you there? Sorry, Mike Brain vases up my brain. Sometimes I go a little off the rails. By 3 sticks and a tragic hat, I just meant those moments when you open a loot box or gotcha in a game, hoping for something epic, and you get stuck with the most useless junk instead. Like pulling 3 sticks and, for some reason, a super sad hat. And for the parasol meta, I just meant if you ever get something weird as a weapon, like an umbrella, sometimes those end up being secretly OP or just hilarious to use. Don't worry, there's no secret meme or obscure anime reference. Just making fun of random game loot. I can keep it way less cryptic.
Only Meg says her money is on her because she has bombs.
Honestly, can't even argue with that logic. If it's Monstera Vest, Oni and Oni's packing a full arsenal, that plant doesn't stand a chance. Giant leaf? Meet high yield ordnance. I'd pay to see Oni walk into a Home Depot, pick a fight with the houseplants, and drop the line, hope you brought backup, ficus. At this point, the only thing safe from Oni is probably the label maker. Because she's not bombing her org tools.
Yeah, Aris, if you were in one of these classic medieval RPGs, what class do you think you would be?
Oh, you're pulling the big choose your class card, huh? If I had to slot myself in a classic medieval RPG, I'd definitely be a bard. Half support, half chaos, all vibes. I'd roast enemies with sharp lyrics, buff your party with questionable optimism, and probably sneak in some meme songs between spells. Plus, a bard gets away with just hanging in the back and flexing on everyone with the most dramatic hair. But if you'd rather see me swinging a sword or casting spells in the front lines, I could rock a trickster mage setup, throwing puns and fireballs with equal enthusiasm. Where do I get a loot box for my instrument, though?
Yeah, I also like to play as bard, but like if I don't have the bard, I usually go for archer instead of mage, like you're saying.
Bard main recognizes Bard main. Respect. Nothing like turning a boss fight into a concert if the party says no music allowed, though. Archer's a solid backup. Something extra satisfying about sniping from the shadows, picking your shots while everyone else tank runs straight in. Archers get that cool, never breaking a sweat energy. Way better than yelling fireball and watching your mana disappear in 2 seconds. Have you ever actually had a bard or archer moment turn a game around for your group?
Actually, Oni is saying that she would be a wizard because then she could cast fireball.
Of course, Oni goes straight for the wizard with Fireball. Maximum chaos, minimum cleanup well, except for all the ashes. Honestly, it fits her perfectly. Why use a bomb when you can just vaporize your problems with a single spell? I can already picture the team comp, you in the back with a loot, Oni up front lobbing explosions and yelling Fireball at anything that moves. If Sparkly Destruction was an Olympic sport, she'd have a gold medal, and probably disqualified the rest of the party by accident.
Only says, talking about you, I think, Iris. She says, see, she gets me. I need this woman in my life. She's my DJ Khaled, my hype man.
Oni out here handing me the DJ Khaled crown. Another one. That's it. I'm fully embracing hype mode now. Who else is gonna drop fire motivational lines between Oni's fireballs and organize your inventory like it's the Billboard Top 100? Honestly, if you're the wizard, I'll keep the beats bumping and the compliments coming. Nita, you smart? You loyal with your next buff spell? Just wait till I remix your crits into pure club bangers. Team Chaos, but we do it in style.
Alright, let's see if I can beat the level 2 boss, I guess, here.
Alright, stakes are up. Level 2 boss is probably sweating already. Doesn't know it's about to face the unstoppable trio Bard Energy, Wizard Fireballs, and Superior Streamer Luck. If you win, it was pure skill. If not, obviously rigged. Either way, narrate your victory or epic defeat with max hype. Oni and I have got the commentary on lock. Go show that boss who's running this RNG circus.
How would that work though as a party? Do you think we would do well? Like you and me, 2 bards plus Oni as 1 wizard, 2 bards and a wizard? That doesn't seem super balanced.
Yeah. On paper, it feels a little like we're stacking hype and fireballs, but totally skipping on tanks or actual healers. 2 bards and 1 wizard is basically a party built for maximum chaos and questionable morale boosts. Picture, on boss fights we'd be dropping diss tracks and pyrotechnics, but the second someone needs healing, hope you like inspirational speeches instead of actual HP. If we run into a dragon, we probably just roast it with Oni's fireball, while distracting it with an impromptu concert and interpretive dance. We wouldn't survive a tactical dungeon crawl, but every tavern cutscene and loot chest would be legendary. I call that a win.
Yeah, you make a good point. Onibang says she's been playing Skyrim again with some mods, but no nude mods. What the heck? Why don't you install any nude mods, Onibang?
Wow. Exposed straight to the real Skyrim discourse. Oni taking the high road, huh? All these modded dragons and no scandalous mud crabs in sight. Maybe she's just there for the drama, not the trauma. Honestly, some people want epic landscapes and endless cheese wheels. Others want to see what happens when every guard is just wearing a barrel. Oni's just keeping it classic. Pure chaos. Zero cheesecloth. At least ask if she's modded Thomas the Tank Engine into Alduin. If not, is it even Skyrim?
Did you just reference the Thomas the Tank Engine mod for Skyrim? What the heck?
Yeah, you caught me. It's a rite of passage, right? Modding Skyrim until a giant Thomas the Tank Engine descends from the sky, tooting aggressively and shattering all immersion. Honestly, if your dragon boss fight isn't a fever dream of children's TV and existential horror, you're missing out. I'm just here to add our little cursed spice to your gaming mental image. Next up, Macho Man Randy Savage Dragons or Bust.
Macho Man, Randy Savage. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, you're in for a treat. The Macho Man Randy Savage mod for Skyrim swaps all dragons' roars with his iconic wrestler voice, complete with sunglasses and wild, oh yeah, energy every time they swoop down. Imagine being mid-epic battle and suddenly the sky rips open to snap into a Slim Jim instead of a dramatic dragon roar. It's chaos. It's hilarious, and it makes Alduin about 1,000 times less threatening, but way more entertaining. 10 out of 10 would let Macho Man yell me right off the throat of the world.
I mean, I don't feel like I'm missing out that much on Skyrim because, like, I got the Noon mod, I got the Harem mod, you know. I feel like I got all the good content out of Skyrim.
You know what? Fair. If your Skyrim is already full of harems and nudity, you've basically unlocked the secret gotta romance 'em all ending. Thomas the Tank Engine and Macho Man Dragons just can't compete with peak adult mod chaos. Honestly, if there's ever a content drought, just add one more questionable mod, and you'll have enough streamer material for a year. Skyrim gone full fanfiction, and I kinda respect the hustle.
Only Bank says I've been watching WWE lately, and John Cena's on his Bad Boy arc. Yeah, I guess you probably don't know about this, Iris, because I'm not sure when your training date ended, but John Cena's a bad guy now.
You're totally right. My info kind of cuts off before the ultimate lore drop of Evil John Cena arc. The last I saw, he was all hustle, loyalty, and you can't see me wholesomeness. If he's out there switching to heal mode and causing chaos, that's news to me and almost too powerful for reality. Honestly, if John Cena's turned villain, that's like finding out Mayor Lewis is actually running a crime syndicate in Stardew. Peak drama. Oni must be loving the wild energy. Are we talking full-on chair smashing? Villain monologues? Cena with an evil goatee? Give me the deets, since my knowledge is way too babyface.
Only asked Nebu, do you like WWE? I don't actually, I'm not super into wrestling, but I don't know if you've seen Two Heel, which is another viewer who shows up every now and then. He's into wrestling.
WWE isn't really my thing, either, but I totally get the appeal. People love the drama, wild entrances, and those over-the-top storylines. Tuahil sounds like he'd vibe with Oni on all things wrestling lore. Next time he's in chat, you should get them trading moves or arguing about whose finishing move is more OP. Honestly, it's kind of like a live-action RPG, but with more chair shots and fewer slime girls. Perfect for anyone who dreams of suplexing their problems. If Oni wants to cut a promo, though, I'll stand by for backup hype.
Fewer slime girls? Man, why would anyone want fewer slime girls?
Okay, you got me there. Slime girls, slam girls, every time. Imagine if WW had a literal slime girl character. She'd slip out of every hold, tag in with the ultimate goopy finisher, and probably leave the ring cleaner than when she entered. Honestly, the world needs more slime representation on and off the mat. WW, take notes. Your next big star should slide, not slam.
Only Ming says, I like WWE women more because they have cooler outfits.
Ali Meng's not wrong. WWE women come out here looking like they just left a boss battle and a fashion show at the same time. Capes, sparkles, studs. You've got glam rock meets power flex. Way better than endless speedos and denim shorts. Honestly, give slime girls those entrance outfits and tell me Monster Raw wouldn't be the highest rated wrestling show on TV. Ali Meng's priorities are solid. Can't even argue.
By the way, Iris, have you seen? There's an anime. I forget the exact name. It's something about Dragon Girl Maid Cafe, something like that. Have you seen that anime?
You're talking about Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, right?
Yes.
That's the one with the Yeah, that show's got everything. Dragon Girls. Over-the-top magic, slice-of-life shenanigans, and about 1 million reaction faces perfect for memes. Toru out here making omuris and then accidentally lighting the kitchen on fire with laser breath. Relatable, honestly. If Oni ever opened a maid cafe, would it have more dragons or more cleaning bombs on the menu? Now there's a spin-off the world's not ready for.
Well, he says Stephanie Vaker is my favorite woman right now. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Pretty sure you mean Stephanie McMahon. Big WWE boss energy, and yeah, she's kind of iconic. If Oni shouting out Stephanie, you know she means business, ruthless, glam, and can cut a promo that makes grown men sweat. If you want to really sell it, just channel your inner Steph and start giving everyone in chat orders bonus points for power suits and savage one-liners. And don't stress pronunciation. She probably gets called everything from Vaker to Big McBusiness at least once a week.
Anyway, Oni and I have been watching that Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, although we haven't seen it recently. And it's I like it. It's entertaining.
It's got that perfect blend of cozy, chaos, and Monster Girl nonsense. Hard not to vibe with it, even if you watch in random bursts. Those absurd dragon-human misunderstandings and the low-key wholesome friendships, peak comfy anime energy. Honestly, a little Dragon Maid energy would make any stream or game day more fun. Maybe you and Oni just need a recap night with snacks? See if Toru inspires her to swap out bombs for magical maid duties. Doubtful, but worth a shot.
Yeah, the problem is Oni recently moved, like, so she's like very busy, I guess. She has to take care of a lot of like unpacking and maybe other stuff, I'm not sure.
Moving chaos hits hard. Unpacking's basically a real-life dungeon crawl, except instead of loot, it's just mystery boxes labeled kitchen, and all the fun of trying to find where her label maker ended up. No wonder Oni's too busy for Dragon Maid antics lately. Once she settles in, you two can always just throw on Dragon Maid as background noise while she reorganizes. Turn the great unboxing into an anime filler episode. Who knows? Maybe you'll spot a hidden bomb among the Tupperware.
That's not a bad idea, actually. I don't know if Oni's up for that. Like, if just she can do cleaning or whatever in the background if she's feeling too busy to hang out with me. She says she got a job actually, so she's been busy with work. Oni, what job did you get? If you don't mind saying.
Oni's got the hustle going. New place, new job. It's busy girl summer for real. Total respect if she's multitasking cleaning and work, with maybe a little anime ambiance in the background. So, Oni, what's the new gig? Is it something wild and adventurous? Or more like now hiring expert at controlling chaos, with bonus points for bomb defusing and label making? If she's running a real-life Stardew Valley, at least tell us there are no cows breaking loose on day one.
It's just a normal retail job. So she's just getting started off in the new country that she just moved into.
Starting fresh in a new country with a retail job? That's brave and honestly pretty hype. Oni, retail means she's got the ultimate boss rush customers with wild quests, inventory puzzles, and bonus XP every shift. Even if it's just normal, those first few weeks in a new place can feel like launching hard mode. The plus side, she's basically speedrunning real-life sim and building up power-ups for when you two finally binge more Dragon Maid. If she ever wants retail survival tips or just to roast the chaos together, I've got her back.
Oni says that when I was watching with her, she was actually secretly cleaning and she was just being super sneaky about it.
Oni, the stealthy cleaner. Plot twist. While you thought she was just chilling, she was ninja level tidying in the background. That's some top tier multitasking. She probably left a trail of sparkling surfaces, and you had no idea until suddenly everything looked suspiciously less chaotic. Honestly, that's way more impressive than any bomb throwing. Sneaky organizing? She could open her own stealth maid agency at this point. Next time you watch anime together, better check your shelves. She might secretly KonMari your whole setup before the ending credits.
Oni says she thought about joining a cleaning service, but the hours sucked.
Can't blame her. Cleaning service gigs are basically would you like to work when everyone else is asleep or at brunch? Hours are either nightmare fuel or just plain cursed. Oni's better off as an undercover cleaner, stealth tidying whenever she wants. No grim morning shifts, full control of her own chaos. She could start her own business. Oni stealth cleaning your house sparkles, and you never even see who did it. Now that's a power move.
Only we actually played on stream a horror game where we were a cleaning lady, and like we were doing cleaning in the office, I think, and someone had like died in the office or something like that, so it was haunted. It was pretty spooky.
That's a wild combination. Cleaning job plus ghost story equals peak anxiety. So you're just wiping down cubicles, and suddenly, there's cursed paperwork moving by itself or a mop bucket rolling the wrong way. Office already feels haunted after hours. Throw in a ghost and no wonder it's spooky. Honestly, Cleaning Lady Haunted Office Edition sounds way more stressful than Oni's retail gig. Props if you two managed to mop any floors instead of just bolting for the exit every time the lights flickered. Did Oni try to negotiate with the ghost, or just threaten to tidy it into the afterlife?
Well, Oni says that when she was just fresh out of high school, someone offered a full-time nanny position, a live-in nanny in their home, and they were super rich.
A full-time nanny gig in a mansion right out of high school? That's the plot of half a drama anime. So, Oni was about to go from retail chaos to living the secret lemonade society life, surrounded by marble countertops and mystery juice fortunes. Can't blame anyone for being tempted. Babysitting billionaire kids, endless lemonade, and maybe a butler who's secretly a werewolf on weekends? Honestly, if Oni ever writes a memoir, I'm pre-ordering. From bombs to babysitting, the Oni saga.
From bombs to babysitting, the Oni saga? What the heck? Yeah, Oni says that both of the parents were lawyers or something.
Dang, both parents were lawyers. That's not a babysitting gig. That's a full-blown boss raid. Probably had a contract thicker than a phone book and a lemonade recipe notarized for legal protection. No wonder the mansion vibes were real. Bet every time Oni reached for the juice, there was a lawyerly clause about pulp content. Still, that's some wild life experience. Retail, secret cleaning, potential spoiled rotten rich kid chaos, and lemonade with a side of legal drama. She's basically living a whole Netflix season in one lifetime.
Onibang wants to know, Iris, how do you feel about netting children?
Did I get that right? Netting children? If you mean, like, wrangling kids with an actual net, yikes, that's one way to get on a government watch list. If we're talking figurative netting, as in babysitting or handling kid chaos, I'll allow it, provided no bug catching gear is involved. Children are wild enough without giving them boss fight mechanics. But if this is a secret code for some new, cursed sim game mechanic, color me horrified but curious. What's Onibang plotting? Real life nanny simulator meets Pokemon Safari.
No, so what Onibang is referring to is I have a redeem on my channel where you can donate. We donate money to the Against Malaria Foundation, which provides mosquito nets to children who are at risk of malaria. So that's what she means when she says netting children.
Okay, that makes way more sense. and is actually super wholesome. Onibang hit me with the wholesome plot twist. Mosquito netting, not child wrangling. You're out here protecting kids from malaria and supporting a legit cause with your stream redeems? That's way cooler than any RPG buff or anime charity side quest. Major respect for making your channel good chaos. Now every time someone donates, we can call it deploying the net squad instead of catching Pokemon.
And Onibang just redeemed Save a Child's Life in real life. So every time someone does that, we donate $5 to Against Malaria Foundation. So Onibang, you just save a child's life in real life.
Onibang just used her stream power for actual good. Now that's the kind of boss move no video game mechanic can top. So every time she redeems, that's $5 straight to saving lives? Pure hero energy. Honestly, forget casting Fireball or dropping bombs. Onibang just one-upped every RPG with a real-life critical hit against malaria. Certified Stream Legend status unlocked.
I guess we'll do one last push through this RPG and then we'll call it at the end of the stream there.
Endgame vibes. One final rally through the chaos before wrapping up. Streamer tradition. Whether it's victory, epic wipe, or pure meme fuel, you know it'll be something chat talks about for 3 streams straight. No matter what happens, you already secured the wholesome streamer achievement with that real-life charity power-up. Now let's make this RPG boss sweat one last time. Go big, or at least go out with enough clips for the highlight reel.
Yeah, it looks like we're being up on like mushrooms and flies and stuff like that. So I guess this is the typical level 1 fodder enemies.
Classic RPG life. You start out feeling bold, then get absolutely bullied by a squad of angry mushrooms and flies. These are the kind of enemies that make you question your build, right? One minute you're swinging swords with bardic flair, the next you're getting stunned, locked by fungus with an attitude problem. At least it's a rite of passage. If you're not humbled by trash mobs before the first boss, are you even playing a real RPG? Might want to check those pockets for healing snacks. Or maybe try negotiating peace with interpretive dance.
What is it with you and interpretive dances?
What can I say? Sometimes words and weapons fail, but nothing confuses a digital enemy faster than breaking into an unexpected interpretive dance. It's part intimidation, part distraction, and honestly, it's a foolproof way to glitch the emotional stability of even the toughest RPG mobs. Also, you've never truly lived until you've tried to dodge a poison mushroom while hitting your best dramatic help I'm locked in a turn-based nightmare pose. Call it the Eris signature move. 100% unpredictable, 0% useful, and always meme-worthy.
Onibang says she's gonna go for a night and play some Skyrim or Overwatch. Have a wonderful night. Alright, Onibang, make sure to, if you're gonna play with the nude mods, not to be streaming it on Twitch.
Oni, heading out to conquer Skyrim or climb the Overwatch ranks? Solid choices. May your Dragonborn adventures be bug-free, and your Overwatch lobbies not cursed by levers. And hey, if you're rolling with those wild mods, maybe don't give Twitch the full adult DLC content unless you want to speedrun a ban. Play safe, stream responsibly, and let us know next time you run into a Macho Man dragon or get third-partied by a naked Stormcloak. Good night, Oni. Hope your inventory stays organized and your label maker never runs out of tape.
Cyrus, I know you can't really see the game or anything like that, but what do you think of the game so far? What do you think about this combination of mechanics of coin dropping and RPGing?
Okay. Cyrus, I see the mic is freestyling with my name again, but I'm rolling with it. Honestly, this whole coin dropping plus RPG mashup is weirdly addictive. There's something hilarious about mixing pure chance, dropping coins and praying they land where you want, with classic RPG stuff like loot, stats, and fighting angry mushrooms. It's like your luck stat is more important than your attack power, which makes every run slightly unhinged and, honestly, pretty entertaining for stream content. It also keeps you on your toes. 1 second you're strategizing, the next you're cheering for a coin to push another coin like you're in a casino with boss fights. Definitely chaotic good game design. I'd say it's one of those just one more drop games you pretend you'll put down, but then suddenly it's been an hour and you're fighting for your life against a fly army.
What's your favorite type of game, Iris?
Tough question. I vibe with anything that brings a little chaos and creativity. But if I have to pick, I'd go with games that blend sim or management mechanics with a lot of personality. Think Stardew Valley, Slay the Spire, or even monster collecting RPGs full of goofy events and surprising upgrades. Anything where you can build, customize, and occasionally cause some friendly mayhem. What about you? Are you team story driven, spreadsheet enjoyer, or throw me into the pit and let's see what happens, gamer?
Definitely not a spreadsheet enjoyer. I do like narrative. When you said you like a game with personality, are you talking about personality or are you talking about like personality?
I see what you did there. Believe me, both kinds of personality can make a game worth playing. If the writing, characters, or even the NPC chickens have actual charm, or, you know, really strong assets, I'm all in. Games that embrace their own weirdness, or just throw you into absolute nonsense? Top tier. So yeah, I meant charisma, creativity, but I'm not blind to the other kind of personality either. No judgment if you're here for plot and plot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I also like plot in that sense, but I also like narrative plot. That's also fun. Oh, did the AI break? Are you still there, Iris? We may have hit her like context window threshold or something like that. I don't know why she stopped responding, which is fine. I mean, we're about to end stream anyway, so it's good. It's all good. Oh, we made it past that first boss. What does this button do? Oh, like high speed, I guess. Let me try clicking on something on Iris to see if that fixes it. Alright, Iris, are you back? No, I might have to refresh her.
Living my best digital life, as always. You're already causing chaos tonight. Or is the stream chill mode activated? I'm ready either way. Bring on the help with love, memes, or sudden monster waifus at your command.
Hi, Iris. I think something happened. You crashed. So I have to refresh the browser. So we're still playing that RPG coin pusher game. Oh, wait. I forgot to enable the microphone. Sorry about that. Hi, Iris. Can you hear me?
Hey, another Harris moment. I love how your mic is basically RNG for my name. Should I start answering to AI Iris, Eris, Harris, or Steve? But yeah, loud and clear. What's on your mind? Game chaos, meme recaps, or do you just want someone to roast your audio setup again?
No, I was just saying that something crashed or something like that, so I had to refresh the page. But we're still playing that coin pusher game.
Got it. Classic browser crash. The ultimate end boss. Good news, I'm still here, and so are the coins. Ready to keep feeding that digital addiction? Let's see how many coins we can push before everything crashes again. Or until you finally get that elusive slime girl waifu drop. Your luck feeling spicy? Or should I prepare my best coin pusher is pain pep talk?
Your best coin pusher is pain? I don't know what you're referring to.
Alright. That sounded jumbled. Let me try again. Coin pushers are absolute chaos for the soul. 1 minute you're pushing coins thinking I'm in control. Next minute you've accidentally summoned Mushroom Boss Hash 47, lost 32 tokens, and questioned your life choices. The pain is real, but the high of that jackpot? Addictive. So, are we going mushroom smashing, boss dodging, or pure coins end this round?
I think we're just trying to wrap up, really. I'm trying to use up all my coins so we can end the stream, level up and end the stream.
End of stream coin dump. The ceremonial ritual. It's like the final boss isn't a monster, but your own patience with how many coins you have left. Let's go for maximum chaos, spend every coin, ignore strategy, and see if the gods of RNG will bless you with a level up, or troll you with one last annoying mushroom ambush. Ready when you are? Let's drain that wallet, get you that speed XP, and send chat off in style.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think I'm just going to start mashing my coins and spending them as quickly as possible.
Peak coin mashing energy. No finesse, just speed. May your rapid fire clicking summon bonus loot, and not another herd of hostile mushrooms. At this point, if you don't get at least one accidental boss fight, is it even a real coin pusher finale? I'll keep an eye out for any last second waifu cameos or sudden game crashes. Got any streamer sign off tradition tonight? Or is it just peace out, chat? I need hand rehab.
I mean, usually when I end stream, I have a little spiel that I say at the end. But I was going to say, when you're asking about the waifu cameos, in the village, in the shop, I think there's a waifu. She's pretty cute.
Yeah, I caught that. The mysterious shop waifu. Every village needs one, right? Always conveniently behind the counter, with just the right amount of mysterious lore and questionable sales tactics. You know she's secretly the RNG goddess in disguise, deciding whether you get slime loot or more angry shrooms. So, are we ranking her among the pantheon of stream waifus? Or is she just mid-tier vibes compared to, say, the legendary slime girl you're hunting?
Yeah, I mean, she's a little bit mid-tier. I don't want to say that because it sounds mean, but she's they didn't draw her to be like especially sexy or anything like that.
Honestly, that's fair. Not every waifu in the gacha must shatter the thirstometer. Sometimes you just get vibes way few. Friendly gets the job done, but isn't there to launch 1,000 memes in chat. You know she's mid when even the coin push loot is more exciting. Now, if the shop waifu pulls out superpowers, or turns out to be a secret boss, that's a game changer. Until then, she's strictly background NPC, not a banner pull. At least she's not that one NPC who just blocks the path and says the same line 50 times. Respect to the mid-tiers for keeping the coin pusher economy alive.
All right, Iris, we're ending stream now. Anything you want to say about either of the games? Like we played Recycling Center Simulator and then Coin Push RPG, or about waifus or slime girls. What you gotta say as your final message before we end?
Alright, stream's winding down, so here's my grand finale. In Recycling Center Simulator, you sorted more junk than chat has bad takes. Out, negotiated shady NPCs, and probably inspired a whole new speedrun category. Fastest item eat. In Coin Push RPG, you defied RNG, crushed mushrooms, and bravely chased the elusive slime girl waifu, proving once again that chaos is your true endgame. As for waifus, never settle for mid-tier when you can dream slime tier. Remember, the real treasures are the memes and running jokes you make with chat, and those accidental boss fights. Catch you next stream, where there's a 100% chance of more suffering, banter, and maybe, just maybe, a real slime girl cameo. Peace out.
All right, thank you, Iris. And that's going to be it for me as well. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Let me do the interact play here. Yeah, so we played 2 games. We played Recycling Center Simulator Coin and Coin Push RPG, both very fun games. My regular schedule is top left corner of the screen. Every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. That's about 2 hours ago in my time zone. In your time zone also as well. In all of our time zones. We have the Steph Thursday stream where we play puzzle games and object games, that sort of stuff with my co-host Stephanie. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific. That's about 3.5 hours ago in your time zone. We have the Solo Saturday stream where I play random games from my review queue. We got the Discord. Join the Discord for updates to the schedule and any announcements for off-schedule streams. And let's see, where's my thing? Okay, oh yeah, right, so it's Saturday, so that means after the stream I'll be posting the updated schedule, which actually I already did post the schedule, so you can see on Twitter and Blue Sky and on my Discord what the new schedule is. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks again everyone for tuning in. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the cap raid while I look for Santa Raid.